Hello everyone and welcome to this week's stream of Gears of Revolution. I am your GM, Richard, and with me as always are Fitz playing Emmanuel, Lane playing Alexias, Kim playing Dahlia, AJ playing Sanai, Kristen playing Lou, and Lauren playing Vincent. Thank you all for joining us again this week. I'm really looking forward to today's session. As always, I do want to talk about a few rough magic focused things before we start. We have many events happening this month in Chicago, so if you're in the city and want to join a game, check out our website at roughmagicgames.com, look through our schedule, join us there, hope to see you there. We also have events down in Miami, Florida, or was it Jacksonville, or someplace around the Florida area. I really need to double check, but it's in Florida. So if you're in Florida, check it out over there at Dart Bar. We are going to be launching some more streams soon. In addition, we have our next episode of Rough Start will be premiering on YouTube on Tuesday, where we will be discussing Eclipse Phase with Charlotte. And with that being said, I don't think I have any other announcements, so we're just going to kind of jump right into this because we're all very much itching and raring to go and figure out what happens next and maybe yell at Emmanuel a little bit. So, with that being said, when we were last here, you had quickly rushed down to the factory district in Parody Lake to stop what could have been a very bad arson attempt that might have destroyed several buildings, killed 20, 30, 40, 100 people. You were successful in stopping it to the point that Vincent realized that their prophecies can be changed. Fate is not always set in stone. However, the two lead arsonists, two kobolds, did manage to escape. Whether they will return another day, we don't know. With that being done, you made your way back to the arching offices, sort of rest, recover, recuperate, figure out your next plans. We do a little bit more one-on-one discussions, investigating like what you're going to do next, and then decided to finally head off and get a full night's rest. While everyone, except for Emmanuel, who lied to his fellow constables, made his way off to the Navarre's camp, where all of his other bandits also camped, to rescue the two bandits that he had left there, along with a very stoned Hadsworth Higgins. After putting Hadsworth Higgins in the carriage, he agreed with the bandit leader, Renard, to lead the two Calgill Pistoliers with him, and Renard will work on redeeming him as well. That being said, Emmanuel went back into the Archsea, unable to get a full night's rest. He is now very much fatigued, and not enough coffee that is in the break room to do anything to help that. One by one, the rest of your constables began filtering in, with Alexias being very late, as always. Later than usual. You had some words with Emmanuel about his decision and his choices. What the outcome of his choice yet remains to be seen, as you do have a very busy day ahead of you. That being said, it is probably around noon at this point in the day. One of you has a date with Mayor Reed McBannon, the mayor of the Meadows tonight, probably around 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening. There's also supposedly a smuggling operation happening tonight as well. When exactly that is happening, you're not sure. You just know it is tonight. It could be 6 o'clock in the evening. It could be 9 o'clock in the evening. It could be around midnight. You're not entirely sure. But you do have some time between now and the possible date or other things. You're all currently in your own offices at your desk. Alexias is finally strolled in, smoking a cigarette, maybe a thermos of coffee as well, if that's what his jam is.
Do we have steampunk sunglasses in this world? Because if we do, I'll be
Sure.
worried.
Sure.
Hello. Bonjour. So, what's the plan for today, my friends?
We are gonna go to the docks.
You look tired.
Yes.
Tell him what you did. Tell him what you did.
Oh. I went to the bandits and had the discussion.
Tight. You lied to us, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Thanks, how did that go?
Fairly well, yes.
Did you...
They will be worked until it feels like they have paid service to the bandits.
Oh. That's, all things considered, sounds like the best possible outcome of that particular problem.
That is, I can agree with that, yes.
But you did not sleep.
I have had a lot of coffee. And I also think I see your twin behind you.
What?
There's two of you.
Okay. Alexias goes and sits down at a desk. No more words.
Why don't you just go to sleep? Take a nap while we discuss.
Okay. With a loud clonk, just slams the head into the desk.
As we're all
I'm going to
sitting,
go get muffins. Anybody want anything?
No. Fine, thanks.
I am hungry.
All right.
as Sanai makes an offer to get muffins, you all hear, well, just say, yeah, you all hear, except for Emmanuel, who's finding asleep, face down on the desk, a soft chirping noise at one of the windows of your office, and then a tiny beak pecking at the window. And as you turn to look, you see a small yellow canary just flittering her wings at the window.
Huh. Interesting.
Lou immediately gets up and just like, but real quiet like, is just kind of like inching closer, like really excited to see that bird. And it's kind of like baby talking to it.
Bird just continues to cheep and keeps like knocking on the window.
Do you think he'd come in if we let him?
Looks like he wants to.
Okay, I'm gonna open the window.
You open the window. As you do, the bird just kind of flies in and starts making circles around the office. And you feel this breeze, this very cool breeze following after the bird. And on the breeze you hear words of a woman's voice wafting through the air. Your character comes recommended to me by a dear friend of mine. At his suggestion, I would like to arrange a meeting so you and I may discuss a mutual enemy. Speak to the wind, a time that is convenient for you, preferably within the next 2 days. My canary will guide you when you are ready. The meeting will occur in my territory, because while I trust my dear friend, I confess to find him a poor judge of character. After all, he associates with me. And then the breeze continues to swirl around you. The voice that you hear has a very, very lightly tinged accent from Fabio.
Well, when do we want to make go, I guess?
Well, we're already booked for tonight.
Yes,
So tomorrow?
I suppose so.
Okay.
Great. Gale speaks through the wind. That's neat.
Oh, through a canary.
You think she's always listening? Or I suppose they're always listening.
Probably not. Time? Morning, afternoon, evening? I'd say at least afternoon.
Yeah, some people need rest.
We do our best work at night. Why are we pretending otherwise? I don't know.
Tomorrow evening, then.
Tomorrow evening.
All right.
Tomorrow evening, what do you say to the wind?
I kind of put my hands around my mouth, and I'm like, how would tomorrow night? Would 8 p.m. work?
Sure.
That too late? Okay. How about tomorrow night at 8 p.m.?
You all feel the wind just sort of swirl around you, and the breeze wafts out of the window, and the canary follows behind it.
Oh.
Now, wasn't that just magical?
Did we get a location on that?
We follow the
The
canary.
bird's gonna
Yeah,
take it there.
Right.
Tomorrow at 8.
Well, does that mean that the bird's going to show up at like 7 and then we're going to have to go to arrive at 8? Do you think they'll think that?
You know, that's a great question, Vinny. Hey, are you gonna show up at? Oh God, are you gonna show up at 7, or are we meeting the bird at 8?
Yeah. Lou reaches out, sticks his head out the window, and calls out at the vanishing bird canary flying off into the distance.
I don't think the bird's coming back.
We'll just have to be here that night and see what happens.
I would say you definitely can tell that the canary is heading southeast towards Cloudwood.
Makes sense.
So just be safe at like 6:30. Everybody come full, like full and ready. Yeah. Okay. Just in case if it's 7.
Don't know how long it's going to take us to get to wherever Gail's at in that Cloudwood.
Oh man, get here. Okay.
And what else would you like to do for the day? I believe you still have one need you have yet to follow up.
Oh, no. Should we look up the word's gone? Alchemist?
What part
Denister?
of town? Do we know?
Or-
Do we know where that would entail us taking off to?
No, we just finally have a name. That's about it.
I suppose we can pull records. If there are, see if there are any records.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well.
But that would probably take time.
Probably will. Do you think we have anything on? No, probably not. Trying to figure out if we can find anything else about that the scarred man. Our thin mustached.
Yeah, with the mustache.
But I don't know how we'd start going about that. We don't know anything besides, Julian knows him.
And Julian hates Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Julian's a prick, so
He's not likely to tell us anything, especially if he's already covering for him. So.
And aren't we banned from that area?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay away from there, yeah.
yes, technically we are banned, but only we are banned. If perhaps someone who wasn't us, or didn't look like us, or sound like us, or act like us went, perhaps they could get information. I'm saying I bought a disguise kit.
Oh,
I like it.
Pulling out wigs.
Sanai is all here for it. Like, oh my gosh.
You got any of that?
Swinging
They
out.
call it the Benjamin Nye.
Oh, plenty of Benjamin Nye right here, my friend.
So now you got wig. Look at that wig.
She's just doing fashion show models. Oh,
So this is to say, perhaps if we play our cards right and stay under the radar, we could save some sort of an operation, but it would take planning. This is not something we should just do on a whim. Huh?
I agree.
Could
The last
also
thing we
get
need is
the-
ignorance breathing down our necks.
so
Yeah.
should we plan tonight then? Because like we have not really.
Definitely talk about what we're doing tonight.
I do feel like we have a pretty full dance card for this evening.
Well,
So maybe this is tomorrow or even the next day. Got a bit of a plan.
Okay.
Again, it may take I think something that we should consider is getting more intel before we try and break into an embassy that we have been banned from.
Fair.
That sounds
Especially the
sensible.
demands.
I realize it does not sound like us, but this is what my intuition is telling me.
Now we're growing as a team.
yeah.
You hear that,
Okay.
Emmanuel? We're growing as a team.
Don't wake him. Let him sleep. We need him at least slightly rested.
The other thing we should consider is what
Putting
we are going to
Emmanuel's
do.
hand in a cup of warm water and saying,
No,
You
no,
took the
no.
words right out of my mouth.
Then won't he pee?
That's the part.
Then he'll be pee smelled.
We really don't want that in the office. Come on now. Think it through. We're making more work for us and the janitorial staff. We don't want that.
Move
Doesn't
his
matter.
desk away from everyone else's.
No, he's still in the same room. We are not going to move him. He's too heavy.
We can draw on his face.
Don't draw on his. Leave him alone. He knows what he's done.
It would be retribution for lying.
Who hasn't told a lie or two in their time? It'll be all right. Figure
I
it
mean, we
out.
could just all shun him. That's what we used to do when someone would do something wrong back in Bowl.
Mm.
That sounds so healthy.
It also sounds like a bad idea when we will need them.
Yeah. Fine.
do we shun him starting tomorrow?
Yeah, perhaps we wait and see. If he lies to us again, then maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no time for him to redeem himself.
Pull out a calendar and
I-
figure out where you can fit the shunning in.
Yeah, I'm on like on the
To-do list. Shun Emmanuel.
yeah. on
10
our,
to
like,
6 shun, operation, reshun.
I hate to bring this all down, but what are we going to do tonight about this particular smuggling? Go and close the door really quick. Smuggling operation.
I know he talked about maybe bringing in other RHC. Seems a little late now, but is at least letting someone know what we're up to. It's a possibility.
Yes, I do agree that at this point it does seem a little late, and now we would face questions of why did you not tell me sooner? These that
We were a little busy, to be fair.
that is fair.
But
They're gonna be mad at us.
Well, we did
yes.
save an entire city block, so I don't know why they would be so angry at this
They
point.
don't really like us.
Well,
Mm.
I don't know. We've made some mistakes, but done some good at least.
Maybe we can write them a letter.
just leave
Be
it under the
back
door.
soon. Yeah, be back soon.
I did under Delta.
Smuggling operation.
I mean,
XOXO. I think
mean,
that's a fantastic idea.
if we do want to write a letter, Peggy kind of likes us.
If Piggy dies, this is
I
true.
think Peggy likes us.
I'm just worried about tonight, because we don't know anything. We don't know when it's happening. We don't know who these people are, how many of them there will be.
And we also
Emmanuel's
don't know
not
anything
going to
about
be 100%.
the cargo, right? We don't know how much there is. We only know what they are, but even then, it is limited information. Right?
I don't feel like they're gonna have like a crate full of magic wands. I feel like it's gonna be like more of like a cigar box kind of situation.
I
If I
mean,
were to guess.
Just can't know though.
Yeah.
Maybe we can use your disguise kit and like go out there and canvas. Get some information.
The last time we went out there, we made quite a scene.
GM,
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
can I make a quick military tactics lore check here to see what I know about arms smuggling during the war?
Sure.
And just like how it went down, if it went down before.
So, the smuggling you've heard about, it's largely been more like substances, drugs, vape pepper, that kind of stuff. I think that weapons smuggling was a little bit beyond your pay grade, beyond your knowledge. Things you've heard about mostly being smuggled are drugs, poisons, and things like that. Never anything like wands, whether it's a crate or a cigar box full.
All right, so this is a bit of a new situation, I think. I don't know anything about how or in what manner one would smuggle weapons, particularly magic weapons, huh? Where I
Is it
come
worth-
from, we did not deal in such things.
Is it worth maybe checking? And I'm sorry if maybe someone already did this, but is it worth checking our records to see if there was ever any sort of magic smuggling that another constable came across? How
No.
they dealt with it?
I was having the same thought. Perhaps we go and do this now, huh? While we have a couple of hours.
Yeah.
I'll help. Gladly.
All right.
We can always just say it's for research. We're trying real hard to be our best at this job.
Yeah, let's go pull some records, team.
All right,
Yay.
let's do it.
Aren't you want to go talk to Peggy about some records?
Mhm.
Yay.
Why don't we? Who's going to do it? Who wants to make this roll?
Lou, it's your idea.
Yeah.
You're right. It was my idea. I can make this roll.
Okay. Why don't we have you roll a? Trying to decide. Why don't we have you roll a society check?
Ooh. All right.
Alright, so you head down to talk to Peggy about these, and you. I'll say this: the DC is lower because she is helping you, but
I think I'm looking in the wrong place. I'm so sorry, Richard.
it should be under your skills, which is where the hand icon, and be on the left side.
Society. Oh, I just looked right over it. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
I will say this: Alexias, you rolled a 14, Lee, you rolled a 17, the DC was 15. So, you and Peggy start going to talk about any kind of smuggling operations that maybe fill in with. Peggy said, I don't know anything personally, but I do love a good historical fiction novel, especially some romance kind of thing. And there was this book I read about these people in Castilla who, when Bear was fighting for independence, would smuggle wands into some of the rebel groups in Bear. I don't remember much details beyond that. I do know that this swarthy Castilian smuggler, he would have these huge crates full of wands that could be used, but the wands were just like a one use and then they would destroy it. So they had fairly large crates of them. But I think that's all I remember, really.
Well, Peggy, I could just listen to you talk all day.
Oh, well, thank you. I mean, this is like what I like to do in my free time, but just read books.
Thank you.
No worries. If you want a copy of the book, I can get it to you.
I would love that, actually.
Seconded.
I'll write it down. Give Lou a copy of the Stolen Heart. And she writes it. She puts it down.
Oh,
What a title.
I'll have it for you tomorrow. I've already finished reading it. It's very good.
we can start a book club.
Is there anything else you need while you're down here?
Well, I hate to ask. I know that you said that there wasn't anything that you remembered off the top of your head, but do you happen to know if there are any sort of files or records that happen to deal with maybe research smuggling of magic objects?
No, not here. I think those files will probably be in Slate where the Archie Centers of Operation are. So it takes some time to get.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Peggy.
No problem. I'm still looking through all of the records about alchemists. We haven't found anything with the DW yet.
Thank you.
Well, we have a name now, don't we?
Yes, we do. Peggy, my friend, my dear, my one, my only. We could actually help a little bit with the DW question now. We have an actual name. If you're able to kind of recalibrate your search a little bit, we're looking for and I'm sorry, I was not present at this session, so I'm going to pronounce this incorrectly, but Daniska Warai?
Daniska, where we are.
Where I?
You see her pause a moment as you said name. I don't remember Daniska Wary Eye. There is another Wary Eye. His name is Blender. He owns an alchemist shop in the city called the House Elf.
Do you know where that is?
Yes, I can get that record for you. And
Thank
she'll
you
scroll
so much.
through, and she'll pull out the information for you and give you an address. It is located in. Look at my neighborhoods here. It is located in Pine Island.
Pine Island.
Close to the West Bank, actually, so not at the far.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Not far at all. Thank you so much, Peggy. Once again, you are a gem.
Of course, you are as well. All right. Anything else you need from me?
No. Thank you so much, Peggy.
Just let me know. I'm here for you whenever you need me.
I'll go back upstairs and give this information to the group. All right, everyone. We have a location, perhaps, for the alchemist shop.
Right.
Okay.
No choice of a Daniska Warai, but another Blander who owns a shop called the House Elf in Pine Island.
I gave you the wrong name of the building. It's called Two Funds. Two
Oh.
Funds. Yep. Two Funds. The House Elf is Blender Weary Eye's nickname. She'll mention that as well.
Oh,
So
And
he
she'll
is,
mention that he is a magician for hire.
Excellent. Sharing all this data as it comes in. It's not too far. We could perhaps run over there sometime this afternoon, huh? Although I have to be out there by like 4.
right. Of course. Wouldn't want to keep you. I mean, if we have nothing else to do right now, we could just go.
Might as well.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Indeed.
We want to wake Emmanuel, let him sleep a bit. And just do our own thing.
No,
I guess we
I
can.
we should at least give him the option.
Yeah.
Sure.
Emmanuel,
he is out. You all left him for like 20 minutes at least.
I'm just gonna try and give him like a gentle poke. And then like a harder poke.
And Alexias
Okay,
just...
well, I got tiny hands, so. so
I'll slap him on the back of the head.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey now. It's okay.
Are you awake?
Yes, I am. How long was I asleep for?
Probably like
Probably
20
not long
minutes. Not long enough.
barely
so-
20 minutes.
But
I'm very well rested.
no, you're not. We're gonna go see an alchemist. We wanted to give you the option to come with us, but if you want to sleep,
Yes. Starts
oh,
getting out of his chair.
oh boy.
I'm
Get
coming.
in the carriage. All right.
This is gonna be fun.
It'll be great. Anyway.
All
Okay.
right. Allons-y. Yeah, let's grab a carriage and get out of here.
Yeah, hopping in the carriage.
Yeah.
We'll grab a carriage. It's your carriage driver today is someone new because your normal carriage driver has been sleeping off very, very heavy dose of drugs. So
I
just
do
listen.
not believe Emmanuel would have shared that information with the rest of the party.
That's fair. That's fair. And he's a much older man, like these heavy sideburns and his brown hair pulls back. A little bit of a pot belly. He doesn't bother opening the door for you like Hatsworth usually did. Says, gives a jerk of the thumb. Let me know where you want to go. I'll take you there.
Do you guys just want me to drive?
I mean, I'm not going to deprive the fellow of his job.
If you want to drive, that's fine. I get paid either way.
Yes.
Well, there you are then.
Not the professional, huh?
Okay.
Fine, he'll hop off here, give the reins over to Vincent. And you head off.
Oh no. We're gonna
You're gonna use me? Alright, great. Sorry I was a little confused. Usually when people ask about it, that means they don't want. Fine. I guess I'll drive. I have anything else to do today, I'll hop back on. And you give him the address of the 2 farms. You all cram yourselves into the carriage. He quickly takes off down their road, making his way through the Central District, East Bank, over the Stray River into the West Bank, and up north towards Pine Island. It's like part of Pine Island, but it's just before the ground starts getting really, really soggy and mushy from the swampland. So it's still like a mixture right in between the West Bank and Pine Island. When he pulls up towards what looks like 2 buildings that are connected by a walkway on the 2nd floor. One reads the house south, the other one reads 2 farms. In the house south building, it has no windows whatsoever. It looks more like to be like more of a converted warehouse. There are definitely doors that let you in on that building. The 2 farms looks to be a shop of sorts. There are windows that you can see inside. You see a gnome woman standing behind a very low counter, just mixing up some vials of something or another. There also are definitely some guards within the shop as well. To be more brawny and shaven head. Tufts, if anything else. The shop is definitely open for business, so maybe you decide to purchase is up to you.
If I may. Goodfellow will stroll in and very boisterously say, "Hello, I am Emmanuel Goodfellow. Pleasure to meet you." And I have the skill feat that I took, Glad Hand, where I can make strong first impressions on people.
Sure, make a diplomacy check.
So yes, I would like to do exactly that, and hopefully I roll decent, and I get him to like me.
Hey.
Not bad.
You see Deniska's, like, she has like a little badge on her that says Deniska right over there. She gives you a big smile. Hi, welcome. Always happy to meet new customers. What can I get you?
Unfortunately, probably not a customer. I take out my RHC badge.
Oh,
I'd
you're
say-
with the RHC. I didn't
Yes.
realize we're law enforcement. My apologies. Is everyone following Emmanuel, or is it just him?
No, I was gonna ask, are we just
Absolutely.
all outside of the shop? Like, he doesn't know what
I'm asking.
like
Definitely
brief
going in.
him
I would
on
have
why we're
followed.
here. What?
Yeah.
like the girl in your friend group when you're going out to a bar and it's like, oh, we got a runner. I feel like that's how I'm approaching Emmanuel right now. I'm like, oh, we got a runner.
Oh yeah.
Constantly
Follow
on it,
him.
yeah.
Alright, so is everyone following us? Are people staying out?
I'm staying out.
Okay, Vincent's
Mhm,
staying out.
I'm going in.
I'm following him.
I'm going in
Going in.
too. I'm too concerned about him not to.
Alright. So Vincent and
I'm
Sanai
worried
are
about
staying
Vincent.
outside. Everyone else.
I'm going in.
Okay, Vincent's staying outside.
I'm
That's it.
staying with
Alright,
Vincent. I'm staying with Vincent because I don't want him to be on his own.
okay.
Fine, go if you want to go in,
Alright.
go in.
No,
Yeah.
I want to leave any of us on our own. And
Then I'll go in.
Right.
If everybody's
Be a
going in,
butterfly
I'll go.
somewhere and wander away. I don't know.
If everybody else is going in, I'll go in. I didn't think we were placating this drama, but I'll go in. I'll go in.
Okay.
So Emmanuel charges in, but the rest of you are having this conversation. Like going in, and you going in, who's going in? Eventually, it's decided. Vincent and Dahlia.
We're all going.
No, we're in.
Dahlia's. Are you all going in? Everyone's going in. Everyone follows in after Vincent.
5
After
minutes later.
Emmanuel. After Emmanuel. So you hear, you see Emmanuel quickly pull out his badge. It's like, oh, law enforcement, apologies. Can I get you anything to drink? I have some fresh lemonade, if you would like some.
I would love a lemonade. Yes,
And of
please.
course, you see she kind of like goes into the back room and she has like what looks to be like modified ice chest of sorts. She opens it up, pours out some glass, pours it in, pours herself a drink, and she comes out with like a tray of like glasses of lemonade. Quickly drinks hers.
How is it?
It's pretty good.
This is delicious. This might be the best lemonade I've ever had. Thank you so much.
Of course, anything for the RHC. How can I help you?
And then I do look back at my more intelligent party members because I've now warmed her up for you. We had some questions, I think.
Yeah, we did not talk about what we were about to do here.
We didn't. No, we
Yes,
just kind of
we
took off
did.
here. Yeah.
Do we still have that receipt?
The receipt
Or is it
that
back?
was
I don't think we took it. I think
I
we
think it's probably like an
receipt for
evidence.
245 gold with DW written on the back.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Well, anyway.
we want to say this name. Like,
Yeah.
Somebody said.
Yeah.
Well,
that's above the table. Sorry.
didn't
Okay.
Richard? You said that this was
Fuck
Deniska. Who,
Yeah, she has
Dennis does. She has like a little like name tag on her shirt.
Oh, this is
Wow.
her. Oh,
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. She has a name tag on her shirt.
Oh shoot. Okay, no. We are just we're browsing. We were in the area, and we were looking to maybe procure some alchemical supplies for the RHC. So we are here just kind of checking out different local shops to see who might be a good supplier for us. Huh?
Of course, I'm more than happy to provide the RHC with anything. I can even offer a generous discount if you sign up to be a permanent
A what?
customer of ours.
This
A
is
little bit of an exclusivity contract, if you would.
of course. Of course, we would need to test the product a little bit first before we make such a contract. Huh?
Oh, I don't think I can offer anything for free.
Of course. I know. I'm not asking such thing. Sorry.
Okay.
How do you say? It's, not my home language. How do you say? I'm looking to just observe, perhaps, if you offer any sort of I don't know demonstration or anything like this.
That would be fantastic.
Mm.
I mean, if you have anything specific you're looking for, I can probably either already have it stocked or I can whip it up for you. We've got all sorts of things. We've got bombs like Bottle Lightning, Alchemist Fire, You've got potions of healing, elixirs, mutagens, whatever you can possibly think of. I'm pretty sure I can make it.
Interesting.
Wow.
Do you do custom orders?
Custom orders, sure. I could definitely take requests.
So what would you need to do a custom order? Just a result, and then you would do your testing to figure out how to do this?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can't guarantee that it can be done, but I would do my best.
Interesting. Yes, like my friends were saying, we are looking for a new supplier. Hopefully we can test out some things with a payment. Of course, we can't just take anything for free, but if we get a good result, if we like working with you, we can certainly take this to legal and have something written up.
Oui.
Of course. Just let me know what you need.
Out of character, do any of us actually need anything? We just
We
went
just
shopping.
did our shopping, so
I don't think we need
Yeah.
anything. We need information is what we need.
yeah, we need to figure out if we can get an invisibility potion from this lady.
Yeah.
That was the contraband that we're trying to
Yeah.
that's that. Yeah.
I mean, above the table.
Yeah.
Goodfellow has some questions he'd like to ask. I'm trying not to throw your all's game under the
I'm
bus.
being very careful.
I
I'm being
think-
very cagey
Yeah.
right now.
Because you started talking about like, oh, we don't have any questions. I'm like, all right, cool. Six
Okay.
RHC officers just showed up. We definitely aren't interested in investigating anything.
Here,
I mean, I'm just here to
hanging out.
snoop. So if you got questions, do it.
Fair, okay.
Yeah.
Now, I do have to say, there was an incident a few days ago that came up, and we believe you may have done some business with a criminal individual. Nothing illegal on your part, but they may have purchased some items here. Do you know a Nilasa Hume?
I do, yes. She's been a regular customer of mine for some time.
Let's see. Unfortunately, she was implicated in a attempted theft at the Denoran embassy recently, and we are investigating her and any purchases she has made. I would very much. Yes.
Oh, I wouldn't know anything about that. Like,
Oh, of course not. But we believe that she may have been using some interesting alchemical items there. We are not sure if this is from you or another, but if we could see receipts from any purchases Nilasa has done with your shop, that would be very helpful for us.
You wouldn't be in any trouble. If she used something that was purchased from you, there's no implication on you. We're just trying to get to the bottom of maybe what she used.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
Let me check my records. I do keep a catalog of everything I've sold, inventory, if you would. And she reaches under the counter and she pulls out like a fairly thick book. Opens it. You see, it's all written in Bay or Gnome. That's one kind of tongue that she's a little known. So she quickly begins scanning, flipping through some pages. Eventually, she settles on something. She says, yes, I've sold her some bay pepper and a potion of invisibility. She had the proper permit to buy that. So I know it's usually legal unless you present the proper permit. She had it, and so I sold that to her.
Do you did you perhaps take a copy of the permit or any of the notes? According to our records, she did not have the correct permits. Very interested to see perhaps it was a forged permit or whatnot. Again, not implicating you. You have done what you needed to do, but clearly this Nilasa was operating in some very shady areas.
I do not keep copies of those permits. They're just for them to keep. I just checked it. It looked legit to me.
Did you see perhaps when it was issued or by who was the issuing body?
It was issued by the Flint Police. I think the Parody Lake District.
That Lake.
But beyond
Richard?
that, well, yeah.
GM question. I have a sense motive. Would that be able to sense what her?
Yeah. That would be a perception check if you'd like to make
Okay.
it.
I'd also like to know if she's lying to me.
Yeah. So you don't get the sense that she's lying. She really does seem to be truthful and up in you. She does seem a little bit worried, at this sort of line of questioning. The idea that maybe she might be in trouble for selling something to someone she shouldn't have.
Okay, thank you.
And Alexias, you get the same sense.
Just to reassure her a little bit, you are 100%, as my colleagues have said, not in trouble. In fact, we are still considering some sort of, permanent customer relationship with this shop. So do not worry about such things. We are friends.
Yes, as my associate has mentioned, the fact that your product was used is no bearing on you. If anything, it is
Thank you.
clearly
I'm very,
your
very glad
products.
for that.
Clearly, your products work. We can very much use that with a recommendation we can give to the higher ups.
Yes.
I will definitely draw up a contract and send it in the care of RHC officers, for sure.
You can just give it to us, and we will take it in, huh?
I mean, it's definitely going to take me some time to draw it up, figure out profit and loss, and see what I can do. But I'd be happy to draw it up. I can send it by courier later this evening, if that works.
Maybe.
Maybe at attention, if you don't mind, to what's our office number? Do we even have an office number?
You can send it to Emmanuel Goodfellow is my name, and it will certainly reach me and my associates.
I will definitely do that, for sure.
I extend my hand for a polite handshake.
She reaches out, take your hand.
All right. Thank you very much. I believe those were the only topics of discussion, but did anybody else have anything they wanted to ask before we...
If somebody wanted to, let's just say, have a piece of paper that could be made invisible, could that happen?
Yes. I think there's some invisible ink that I could definitely do. Call it ghost ink. I think we could sell that to you if you would like to. I think it's only a couple of gold pieces.
Okay.
I mean, it won't make the paper invisible, but it would make whatever you're writing invisible.
Okay. And only a person who would be able to read it? Like, how would the person see the message?
No, I think it glows when the ink glows when it's exposed to heat. Or
Okay.
any other open flame.
Thank you.
Is you sure there's nothing I can sell you today?
I don't have any money.
Alright. I'm very sorry to hear that. I hope the RHC pays you more in the future. You deserve it.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, we do. You mentioned bottled lightning. I'm curious what the price of that would be.
Bottle lightning. That would be 3 gold. For a fairly minor version of it, I can do 10 gold for a much stronger version if you'd like.
I don't quite have that much. This is perhaps where we could do some deal, show of good faith. I could offer you 2.5 gold for it, and perhaps a glowing testimonial once used to.
Are you looking to buy? Sorry, out of character. Are you looking to buy some bottled lightning?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll front you a gold coin.
Oh, I have 3 gold. I'm lying to her.
Gotcha.
To try and get a discount.
I believe you.
You're lying to her. Make a deception check, then.
God damn it. Thank goodness I'm trained in this. Roll good, you mother Stop rolling 9s.
I think
15.
until we get a contract signed, I have to offer them. At the level I wouldn't want to lose any money. Like,
Of course.
Do you trade?
I'm sorry.
Do you trade? Like if I gave you something,
Sure. Depends on what you have to trade.
I have this, and she takes out the cheetah.
Cheating? Should take a hold of that. Like, sure, I'll be happy to trade this. For a ball
you
of
want-
lightning.
What are you trading? Are you trading anything useful?
I
Because
don't-
I just want this.
She doesn't know what's happening. She wants
That's
to make
fair.
friends.
Oh God.
If you want to, this vial of cheetah's elixir for a bottle of lightning.
How much is it worth?
We go. Pretty even shade.
Wow, how perfect.
No, it isn't.
Is she lying to us?
She's got to have good
Mm.
charisma. Good deception.
I was actually
scores. She's a
gonna.
merchant.
I was also going to ask a question, DM. So, with my background as well, would I know she's lying?
You would not know if she's lying, but you can attempt to if you want to make a perception check.
Okay.
I would say Alexias so far she has been pretty upfront.
Yeah, that's what I assumed.
Well, I would trust Alexios. If you gave me a look or anything,
Yeah,
I would just trust you.
she's fine. She's pretty above board, my friend.
Do you want to make the trade then? Alright. Sure, give me 1 moment, and she heads back into the little workshop that she has, like, in a different room. She rummages around a bit, you can hear some bottles clinking, and she comes out. It looks to be like a glass impure, and you can see the crackling of lightning rolling around inside it. Careful it. If you throw it, it will not only damage what it hits, but anything around it. And she hands it over to you. I will add that to your sheet. And I will
Thank you.
remove the cheetah's elixir.
Do you have any stunning poison?
Stunning poison.
Like if you were to put it on bullets and it hits somebody, they would then be like stunned or something.
I think I do. I just want to say for chat, before we started the session, I was like, I hate shopping episodes. And here we are.
I was like, I knew you would said I hate.
I mean, we gotta roll with what happens. Alright, let me see what
We were
kind of
here. We're here.
And what
We're
happened?
here.
You mentioned
That is shopping.
bottle lightning in front of Goodfellow. Of course, he's just like, "Oh, that sounds cool."
You mentioned goods and we just got paid.
We're here.
We're interested.
I don't have any
He
money.
seems nice.
I mean, she says, normally poisons are illegal, but I do have a stock for those that have proper permits, like the Flint Police. I definitely have a stock of lethargy poison that could put people to sleep. It's definitely a little bit more expensive, because getting the chemicals for it is a lot more difficult. It's 7 gold.
Okay.
Oof.
I will keep that in. That is of use potentially. Thank you so much. I will keep that in mind.
Of course.
Thank you again. I know we are an eclectic bunch, but thank you very much for humoring us.
You have been
Thank
nothing
you.
but delightful. Thank you. We
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
Just real quick, the things that Nilasa bought last time she was here, what would you really use those for? Would you say?
I mean, invisibility potion, was
Well,
generally...
besides the invisibility potion, but the other.
The bay pepper, it's a bit of a drug. It's kind of used to cloud the senses and just sort of like put you in a little bit of a stupor kind of thing. A lot of people use it just if they have anxiety or something like that to calm themselves down. Some people just like the way it makes them feel.
Hmm.
It's definitely a controlled substance. You do need to have a permit for it.
And she had the permits from the Parody Lake Police Department.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Did you, by chance, and it is completely understandable if you do not remember this, but did you see if there was an officer who had signed off on these permits? Huh?
No, I didn't. Definitely check. I think it's just whoever's in charge. The office is usually the one that signs it.
Yeah.
And
That's
look,
Percy
Egypt,
Lake, what you said.
Yes,
Oh.
yes. Maybe not. Well, thank you.
I give her a very friendly smile, wave, and then make my way out of the shop.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
leave the woman alone.
Emmanuel,
Yes,
can I have 2 gold?
sure. I give her 2 gold.
Thank you.
add that to your character sheet.
I will remove 2 gold.
Once we get back to the, I almost said the van. Once we get back to our horse and buggy,
A fucking mystery machine.
Yes.
I
Scooby-Doo.
think we should have a quick little chit chat in the back of this thing, right? Maybe
I
on the
think
way
that
back-
would be best.
Maybe way back to the office. It seems like someone in Parity Lake has been fronting this.
Or she had a forgery, which wouldn't be probably that difficult to come by.
It's possible, yes.
We
Or
didn't find it on her, did we?
this alchemist is in with Gail's
Mhm.
arrangements, and so she said she had permits and she didn't.
I do not think she was lying. I did not get the sense that this woman was lying to us at all.
Okay.
She at least believed what she was saying.
Why? One question at a time. I'll focus on one question at a time.
Anyway, the question then comes up. Do we go to Parity Lake at some point and try and find out if someone gave her permits?
We could probably ask Peggy to I'm sure there is a paper trail for any permit. We could see if one was issued.
That's a good point. Yes.
Could try
What
that.
What do we do after? So there's a 2-way option. If we figure it out, great. But what happens if there is no paper trail?
Well, if there is no paper trail, it makes it much more likely they were forgeries, huh?
Mhm.
I
But-
will also say it is not impossible that it is a forgery, and there is also someone corrupt on the inside of the RHC at
Oh.
Parity Lake.
Right.
So, just for clarity, the RC is like the nation's FBI, CI style. Then police
right.
is just the local police.
Yeah.
Ah. Sorry, police.
Yeah.
There are
Very
many
big
books about a
party.
crooked cop.
Mhm.
I don't feel totally comfortable saying crooked cop. Somebody just assisted in Nilasa's scheme. But we're here to find out how she died,
Mhm.
right? Right.
Hence why.
I know the motive is important and all of that, but that's it.
Very well.
Alright.
We do not use crooked, but perhaps
Assisted.
Assistant.
assistant cop who is not maybe working with the rest of the police and going rogue and helping someone
Right.
to illegal substances. Sure.
Semi-autonomous police officer.
Okay, I understand. Fine. It's fine.
No. I understand.
Words are important.
Words are.
Yeah.
I just don't think she was a bad person. Is all.
Oh,
I
she
think-
wasn't.
I don't think so
No.
either.
So I think anyone trying to help her might also not be. I mean, crooked is the definition, but I don't think they were bad. I think what she was doing might have been a good thing.
Mhm.
You can do terrible things and still be a good person.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, still Still, what was she doing? We know she was trying to steal information for Gale.
Right.
And Gail is trying to dismantle the infrastructure of the abusive master culture of the factories.
Right.
Was Gail burning down factories? Is that what that newspaper said?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was.
Is she the one who was behind the flames the other night?
It's possible.
But there would be so many people who would die.
It
I
could
don't-
also be Lorca and Geld for more financial reasons.
Sure. I'm just.
I
did
mean,
any
that,
other-
that one had to do with those fellas that was trying to get Stewart to give them his acid.
Right. And
Mhm.
the work of the arsonists around Parity Lake is only allegedly supposed to be Gale. It is not that is yet to be confirmed.
Right. And were there any deaths attached to those? Do we know if there's any deaths attached to those fires?
Killed over 40.
Over 40. I just don't see. I guess it was an empty building. I don't know.
The newspaper says that the fire seemed to target factory owners, like your teacher, and even the occasional factory outbuilding, and so are believed to be the work of Gale.
Out of all of them, though, Hewitt is the most. It was the best of them, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, Nilasa
Gale knows him.
They also wanted him safe.
Mhm.
Strange.
Even more strange is that it happened after Nilasa's passing.
I don't think that
Because if
was-
Nilasa was there, maybe Gail paused it. But now that Nilasa is no longer there,
If only we could question this Gale.
We'll
tomorrow.
have time tomorrow.
Oh yeah, you were.
Wait,
Oh,
Update.
forgot. Sorry.
Well, we got a full dance card to borrow from Alexias.
Tomorrow at 8 o'clock, we're gonna meet Gail. All right.
awesome.
So we'll be around the office 6:30ish. We're waiting for a bird.
Have we been told for these smugglers this evening? Did Cal say who the smugglers were,
No,
or just what they were smuggling?
pretty much what they were smuggling, I think.
I
They're on
wonder,
to steal.
perhaps, since Gale is a quote unquote fey terrorist, if these are related. Huh?
I'm very much wondering if these are meant for her and her people. In which case, tomorrow's meeting might be a little bit tense.
She just
Depending
doesn't have to know
on
it's
who-
us. She just doesn't have to know it's us.
True.
If it helps, I could not be there and you all could blame me.
It doesn't help. How does it help?
I don't know. We were totally going to let it happen, and then this one idiot we work with, he just ran off and stole the shipment.
This one idiot we work with does often run off and do what he wants.
Oh,
So.
See? Vincent is very good at it.
Oh boy. Okay.
If
Well-
anything, what it tells us is maybe we need to be as undercover as possible with this evening's
It's-
operations and not let our faces be seen.
If only we had a
Self-admitted
way of
not-
disguising ourselves.
Funny you should mention that. Once again, wigs.
I mean, just
I think it would
get
be
it.
best
Can we, at the
to-
RHC, can we get like dark cloaks and just like hood ourselves at least?
Mhm. Yes, some sort of maybe covers or civilian clothing either, plain clothes.
Mhm.
Oh,
That will be awkward when we arrest people. I think they will know who we are then.
We're not arresting anyone.
There's no arresting happening this evening, my friends.
Because we're doing it. We're doing it for a bad guy.
So
Because
what
if we
are
arrest it, then we have to report.
what are we going to do with all of the people that will be there?
Knock them out and leave them sleeping, and then take away the weapons they are trying to bring into the city. We are trying to protect the larger populace.
I mean, honestly, best case scenario, we don't even see them.
Okay. As long as we're not killing them. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Mhm. Absolutely.
All right.
This is all in the carriage. Are we on our way back? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
going to assume you told him to go back to the RHC.
Yeah. We were walking,
Walking, talking,
driving,
and
talk.
smoking kind of thing.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
hop in the carriage. Vincent probably has like the window between the driver's seat and open at this conversation.
I would hope so.
You are back
Talking
at the
about that.
RHC.
About what time is it? What time
Yeah.
are we looking at right now?
Time for another pot of coffee for me.
So we do see within the bigger rating in the lobby of Vincent's friend.
Oh,
Theo!
Hi, Vinny. I know you told me like that I was done, but I just kind of wanted to try and help. And I kept an eye on that woman, and I saw someone stop by very, very early in the morning. Like I was drinking some tea before I was eating some snacks, and this little boy, kind of like messy and disheveled, kind of went inside to the butcher shop. And then when he came out, a few minutes later, that Professor Kindleton, she left. She looked very, very, very worried.
Okay, wait. Little boy went into the butcher shop. The
Yes.
lady went in
The butcher
after.
shop that's below her office, where she
Right.
gets like all the pigs that she used for dissection.
Right. And
Yeah.
then she went in after. and
She
came
was
out-
already there, and then she left, looking very worried after the little boy left too.
Mm.
You told me not to follow them and keep my distance, so I didn't, but I just kept an eye. I hope you don't mind. I wanted to help.
I mind. I need you to be safe.
I mean, I was pretty safe. I was hiding.
I'm going to point to my little friendship bracelet.
Right,
You
I
you
forgot.
Yeah.
We made a promise. I should keep the promise, and we don't lie to each
Yeah.
other. I'm sorry. Okay.
That's okay.
I promise I won't do it again.
Thank you. I'm not going to be home tonight because I have to work late again, but
Oh. Well, maybe next time you are home, then we can catch up.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you. Okay. I'll give him a big hug
Gives you a big hug right back.
and smell his hair while I hug him.
Smell his hair. Smells a little like dirty, and there's a few twigs and sticks stuck in it. Probably
Yeah.
pluck them out if you need to.
And then I'll okay, now go home and be safe and please. Like, there's a lot of going on, and the city might not be good, but I love you.
Okay, I'll go home. I'll be safe. And he exits very quickly. It's very off in the direction of his home.
Well, that lady's up to something again.
I wonder what she could have been concerned about at the butcher's. Something with her meat, I assume.
Bad pigs.
I don't know about any little boy either.
I
The
mean,
first we have heard of a little boy.
easy enough to pay a kid to deliver a message.
Oh yeah.
I'm wondering too, the last time we visited her, she was worried about that doctor.
Yeah.
That doctor whose name I wrote down somewhere.
Wolfgang von Recklinghausen.
Yeah.
And then the
I mean, I don't-
mustache man was following and like spoke with her, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I know people can be worried about a lot of different things, but
That's interesting.
I'm jumping to conclusions.
Sanai just points to the board of strings.
Well, on our way to that.
We should probably leave a note on that for the janitors to not clean it up.
She's right.
I want to go to Peggy and definitely ask for some like cloaks and face coverings for some undercover work we're planning on doing tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I'll talk to the quartermaster and I can get you some. Sure.
Thank you.
So, because the offices in Parity Lake are not necessarily associated with the RHC, I don't know that we're going to be able to requisition any documents from them, although we can try. Huh? I will ask Peggy for this. If she says no, we may have to go there and see if we can find some sort of a paper trail for these alchemical items given to Nilasa.
Mm-hmm.
Richard?
Yep.
There were initially some Flint officers outside of the Denoran embassy. What district did they belong to? Were they Parity Lake?
They were from it was the same district. It was the North Shore district,
North Shore District, okay.
which is north
So
of Parity Lake. Not that far.
We don't necessarily have an inn there, although maybe they know a guy who knows a guy. I don't know.
Possible.
I will say this, you have in the past asked Peggy to get information from the Flint police,
Right.
which is how you got that arrest record from Nilasa. So.
Right. And I knew that there were arrest records. So I'm going to Peggy and ask. I will just see if she is able to. Peggy, my darling, my sweet, my one, my only. We have more records we would like you to requisition from the Parity Lake officers.
Sure, I can send it. I can send a courier now. I mean, if it's depending on the record, I could probably have it in a few hours.
We are looking for records of permits given to one Nilasa Hume.
Sure.
These permits would have been for alchemical items.
I will say this. I don't. If there were any permits, they probably would have been on her arrest record as well, as they tend to include any permits, any documentation that is tied to the city of Flint as well. So if it's not on the arrest record, that probably isn't one.
And we have that already.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you, Peggy. We appreciate that.
Of course.
All right. I'll go back into the office, share that news with the team. There were no records on her permits on her arrest records, so it is unlikely that she actually had permits, at least a paper trail of them. This does not mean someone could not have given her some, or she could not have forged them. It just means there's no trail.
Sanai marks it off as the no. No trail. Was she a forger? Did we figure that out?
We still have the accomplice of Nilasa, who we don't know much about. He could have been a forger while she was the thief.
Oh yeah, the mustache man.
Yeah.
Right.
Hmm.
Did we ever learn his name? I do not think so.
Do
What
not believe
accomplices
so.
are you talking about?
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the doctor?
It might have been Wolfgang von Wolfenhausen.
Wolfgang von Recklinghausen.
That's the name of the doctor.
mustache.
The doctor.
The doctor.
Okay.
Yes.
That's the doctor.
Okay. That's the mustache man, correct?
And that's
One
the
of
man
them.
who
Yeah, he had
was
mustache.
a
Mhm.
part of yeah.
Yeah.
I believe, took something off of her body and was around
Not
her
the doctor.
when she was doing it.
Yeah.
So, like, he definitely knew what was going on. He's a suspected accomplice, at least.
hmm But we haven't been able to find him.
No,
Right.
I
And that's why we
believe.
do Mr. Cal.
Yeah, Kel knows where he is and offered to give him to us, or give us access if he did our thing tonight.
Right.
Right.
Also, for clarity's sake, there are two mustachio
Yeah.
men.
He's
Right.
got the
Just
big
so we
one
know.
and the
Alright.
goatee.
There's the
And
The
then
well-dressed
fancy
man.
wax mustache is
Porter.
Doctor, thin pencil mustache is Officer Porter.
Is Porter.
Yeah.
Who is probably disguised.
Maybe he works at the Parody Lake.
You don't think
Yeah.
he's an officer? I think he's.
You actually already asked for any records of an Officer Porter, and there were none.
And
There
is
weren't
not-
any.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's not at Parody Lake.
That's what he wants us to think.
I think he's a witch.
I think.
I think he's.
I think he's a
spirit.
friend of Julian Liebrick's, and so.
I mean, the man who was throwing that fire at us up on the hill, he was a mustached man. And didn't we find some sort of necrotic energy on the ground?
We did necrotic blood,
Mhm.
which had traces of static electricity as well.
I remember that. That was forever
So I
ago.
wonder if the same person who left that blood at the scene. Now, whether that's Porter, not Porter, or the doctor. I didn't get a chance to really see the shape of his mustache when we were up on that hill. It was real far away. But either way, one of them may want to cause us harm.
Agreed.
You may not have gotten a chance to see that actual mustache. The man that you saw up on the hill, his face looked like black liquid swirling around. And I think, dude, you were the only one. You and Vincent were the only two people that actually saw, as explored, there was that thin pencil mustache.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said
been
I
a
don't
while.
think he's real human. I don't think he's
Yes.
alive.
No. It's possibly something else. I have plans this evening with the mayor. Perhaps I can ask if at any time recently anything has left the warded area, or if there have been any strange happenings around the ward's gate, this, that, and the other. It is strange that he was there attacking us when we were there,
Mm-hmm.
and would seem to indicate that if it was the same entity, that it can move in and out of whatever it is that keeps everything there.
It also means he's following and listening to us. Because how would he have known that we were there if he didn't know that we spoke to Navard on the mountain by ourselves?
This is true.
And he could have been following us for all we know.
Is he
Yeah, we-
still following us?
We haven't exactly been checking our tracks to make sure.
No.
No.
Nor have we been particularly sneaky.
Everywhere Goodfellow goes, there is the clank of his metal armor.
Oh, we are aware.
Honestly, I feel like we should keep it that way just for our hopeless wanderer over here so we can kind of keep track.
Yeah, whoever
It's
that
better than a
is.
cowbell just around his neck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're not about to put a cowbell on him. That's just insulting.
Right. Time continues to pass. I want to ask, what are you doing next?
Right.
I will actually, you know what? I'm going to add this because it's been a while. If you look at the arrest record, so actually, two other people you have not contacted that are on there.
Travis and Ford.
And you do know that those two are currently in jail at the Goodson Reformatory in the Bay.
Should we go talk to a couple of fellas?
About what would we talk to them about?
Nilasa
Yeah, so
and
they're,
Gail.
Okay.
they're at the prison in the
Maybe.
bay, right? The floating one or the one in the water?
That's the floating one.
Yeah.
It seems like a wealthy philanthropist believes that people could be redeemed through hard work, and so he built the ship. He makes them work the ship, keeping it clean, and it's in the bay, so no one can jump out and try and swim to shore because the bay is infested with piranhas. So it'd be a bad idea.
That's right. We don't want to get in the water.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Sorry, what time were we looking at again? What time are we at?
I think right now it is about
Be right
2
back.
o'clock in the afternoon. So I think it's got a couple of hours to burn. It would take you some time to get. Actually, you already have a boat, so you could probably take a boat right there. Alexias might be late for his date though. If you head out there and head back, because Mia's Manor is in the Meadows, which takes forever to wind your way through that up Cauldron Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I think it's best if I am not late. Punctuality is a virtue, as they say.
Mhm.
That's what it says in my book.
Oh, you can read.
Do we want to maybe, I don't know. I don't want you to go by yourself. I mean, I'm not to be weird and crash your date, but also we kind of have a mark on our head and have a weird guy following us. So maybe like 2 people just sit in the car while you go on your, you know what I mean?
I do, and certainly if more people want to come, you are welcome, but I am not too worried. I think I'm going to one of probably the safest places in the city.
Unless
Maybe.
he tries to kill you.
That will not happen.
I think he wants to do some other stuff.
Oh gosh.
Different kind of stabbing.
Okay.
Well, on that note,
You.
figure out what we're doing here now.
Very violent.
I am 62 years old. I know what goes on behind bedroom doors.
Yeah, we do, but we don't need to spring it into the workplace, right?
do we have a sexual harassment?
I'm like,
HR! HR!
I'm taking my
Just
big
start-
ears and covering
Yeah.
my eyes with that.
Okay.
HR
If everyone is done with that,
We're gonna have to fill out some paperwork.
listen. What I will share with you. I think the reason that I wish to go to this is not that. If I can get a feel for how he speaks, how he acts, how he talks, it may come of use to us when we are trying to get into, or I assume that we are eventually going to try and get into the Denaran embassy. And I know the Denarans. They will respect power. And so that is what this is about. I need an hour alone with him. And,
Understood.
you know, if other things happen, other things happen.
You're both adults.
There are many ways to get to know someone.
This is true.
Like talking.
Yes.
Sure.
We shall talk. We shall eat dinner. But, Vincent, your point is well taken. It may not be the best idea for people to wander around the city alone. So if someone else would like to come, I have no objection to this. Just keep a low profile. So maybe not you, Emmanuel.
Okay.
I mean, I could just drive the carriage and look like your driver.
Yeah, I have just a week for that.
This
Well, in that
point,
case,
I think at this point, like Peggy and the quartermaster definitely brought out cloaks and everything
Yeah.
that Vincent requested.
No. I don't think that's a bad idea. And it would be helpful to have someone who knows how to handle a horse, especially if we need to get down to the docks quickly.
in that case, the rest of us will head to the floating prison, find this Travis and Ford.
Sure.
And quick question before we split ways. We still have no plan for the docks?
We sure don't. Because we don't know what we're walking into.
Right. Well, we know the layout of what the dock looks like, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We know that there is a building over the water. We know that the water is infested with piranha. And we know that they will be coming by boat.
At some point.
And so the question is, I would like to know, maybe before we leave each other's precious company, where we are striking and what is the goal, right? We have already promised we will not kill anyone. But we do need to apprehend the materials.
I would like it best for no one to even see us at all. If
I
we
agree with this.
like some kind of distraction, pulling some people away. Not one that's us, and not a distraction that's us. A distraction that's like no, you know.
It is too bad we have no,
Prestidigitation that I thought about supplying today and then chose not to because I thought other things would be more useful. Yes, absolutely.
Yes, it is too bad we have not that.
I almost metagamed and changed it, but I didn't. So we have torture trauma instead.
I have
And
a
we
lot
do,
of darts.
actually.
Did you say you have a lot of drugs?
Darts.
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 Darts. I have flames.
I suppose we could.
Maybe set a fire?
Instead of
Oh boy.
We are backsliding into
What?
becoming the very arsonists we tried to stop.
well, that was because people were gonna die. I don't think I really cared about the building.
Perhaps then on your way to the docks, you can, to get out to the prison, you can try and identify some sort of structure we could cause some sort of distraction.
Okay.
That's maybe something.
It's a possibility. I'd love to avoid structural damage if possible.
Yes.
Do we know if like GM? Do we know if there is any like around sailors in our area any fear of like ghosties or any lore of like that kind of fear?
I could do an esoteric lore check.
Cool.
GM, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Right.
Can you tell me what you're trying to discover?
I'm trying to discover if there is any local lore that is like local folklore about ghosts or spookies or things that the common folk might be afraid of in the area.
Of a sailor's like
Sailors specifically, yes.
yeah.
Sure. Go ahead and roll.
Okay.
22. There are stories of a lot of the worries that people have outside of culture and hell tend to have to do with fey creatures that some of them are malicious and play pranks. Specifically in the sea, there is a very powerful fey known as Bashala. It was archfey of the rivers and oceans and things like that. There are rumors of krakens out there, but not in the bay. The bay is too shallow for any of that. But there's definitely is always the threat up there, wherever you go throughout Flint and its surrounding environments. But nothing specific that you seem to be worried about other than don't swim in the water.
Okay.
So don't swim in the water, but also I share all of that information with the group.
Right. What if we pull a prank and get them all afraid that like there's a ghost or a fae? Because I could like message in their head that there's something, and I have a couple of nightmare spells that can like.
I can help with that. I've messaged you now.
Oh, so we can send messages with different voices of scary things.
Mhm.
All right. This is good. This is good.
And maybe I can also How many? Oh, it's a cantrip. Oh, I have to touch them though. Oh no, that might be hard.
You don't have to touch them for message.
No, for sigil.
Oh.
Mm.
But I also have haunting him. We have some very spooky spells prepped today. But sigil leaves markings on their body for up to like a long time. I thought that'd be helpful if somebody was like getting away and we wanted to identify them later. They would have like a mark on them.
Mhm.
But for scaring them and they have like random bloody markings show up because I get to like pick what it looks like.
Sure.
Even just writing beware.
Oh.
Some, right? Like,
Yeah.
and we have cloaks from Peggy. What if one flies in? I don't know.
And I had the Benjamin Nye kits. For, we could definitely make you look like a fairy.
Right? What if,
We can do that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could be doing that while you're on your date so that the makeup's already set.
Great.
I just think maybe we could scare them into getting our stuff. What do you guys think about that?
Much better than damaging property.
Sure. And if it all fails, fire.
That's
No.
my worry, is if it all fails, then what is the backup? He can't just start setting things on fire left and right, I feel like.
No, if you don't
That's
like the
not-
plan, we can do something else. It's
No,
just
it's a great plan.
It is the only plan we have, is the thing.
So far, that doesn't involve arson.
Do you have any other ideas?
No.
what's this one? Oh, and I have a thing that can make my voice come from any other direction.
This is perfect.
I don't know why I stack so spooky today. I really just was
I love
feeling
it.
something.
We knew what we were going to need later tonight. That's why.
If nothing else, it'll at least confuse some people, maybe be distracting enough.
So
And
here's
that
then
we
what I
can-
propose. I think maybe this would be best served if we have a two-pronged attack on this, right? We have Team Spooky and we have Team Get In, Get the Stuff, and Get Out,
Right.
right?
Say, are we waiting then for the ship to dock?
I think we got
We
it.
have to, don't we?
I think, yeah, we would need the shipment to already be on land. And
It's-
so,
Then the approach becomes difficult because there's only the one way.
right. Unless
Unless
we are able to scare them away, yeah.
Unless we ambush them on their ship and we can still be spooky and
Mm.
We
on the
talked
ship.
about that, but we're not sure which ship it is, and it's if anyone
Right.
falls in the water.
Right. Okay. Then we
So-
have to wait
You
till they
did-
dock.
So you did see a ship docked when you were exploring that. It was called the Silver. There was a ship that was docked over there.
Silvo.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So it may, in fact, be on this Silvo. Yes, it-
Maybe I would have had to gone out and come back with
Mhm.
other.
I mean, depending
So
on how
then-
big this is, they're not gonna dock there. They might drive the ship out and then meet the ship in the waters and then do the exchange there.
So
He
if we get to
he
the
said-
ship,
That it was going to come to that dock.
Right. And we have seen the ship docked there before.
so if everything works well, we have the spooky plan on the ship. Is that the idea?
I think it's a possibility. We are just trying. We need to decide whether we want to hit them while they're still in the water, or if we want to wait till they are on land. That is the decision.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Another thing to consider, perhaps, that will help make this decision is how we are going to get a big box of wands away.
That was my next
Depending
question.
on how big the box is, yeah.
Well, it sounds like when such things have been attempted before, they have been in larger boxes. According to Peggy's romance novel.
It was classified as historical fiction.
We can't put it in our boat. Our boat has our name
Yeah,
on
but
it.
then they know who. They know.
Right. And that's why I say we can't put that in our boat. So do we just take their ship?
We're not going to steal a ship. There's no way.
So we have to wait for it to dock then, because if it's big, we won't. Yeah.
Right.
That's a whole other thing, though.
Is the problem we don't know where we will keep the wands?
I don't know how
How
we're
to
going to
move
transport,
them.
how to move them. They may be in a
Depending
big
on
box.
how big the shipment is, we don't know if we'll be able to carry it or, you know.
I've got a crazy idea.
Okay.
So, if Vincent and Alexias are coming via carriage to us down at the dock, I'm envisioning two scenarios here. Either, I mean, I don't know if the carriages we have one of those things that buses have where you can kind of like put your back on it or something. If we could kind of like
It's
attach.
not a rack.
Yeah, it's got a rack.
Yeah.
Or if push comes to shove, if it's maybe a little bit bigger than we can carry, what if we just brought bags and took the wands out of the big boxes and put them in bags, jumped in the carriage, and went to where we need to go?
I think that's where it's going to take place is like a dock on like a little island in the bay. So we won't be able to unless we bring the carriage onto our boat and then drive our boat to that dock.
The docks are like on Pine Island. It's a bit swampy and marshy, but it's definitely able to drive your carriage up nearby if you need to.
Okay, then I misunderstood that.
Right. I think that the carriage is, for the land approach, the best option. Yes, I agree with this. Either in boxes or bags. The plan is get the wands on the carriage and get out of there.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody just has a couple of bags in their pocket just in case we can't carry it.
Some Mariana's bag or something.
Oh my god.
Okay. So Vincent and I will arrive with the carriage and with spooky things. We will perhaps park the carriage somewhere agreed upon, and then we will go in and get spooky when the shipment arrives. Yes. And then perhaps others who are fast and quick and or strong can go and grab the cargo.
I'm happy to be on the team of maybe not strength, but I've got stealth on my side.
Me too.
I can help. I'm not strong at all. We've established that.
We
But I can
don't.
be a
We have
little
one
sneaky.
strong fellow.
And he is not quiet.
No, he's not.
That is,
I can also help facilitate. back and
hopefully,
forth.
we will be making enough of a distraction that even if he is not quiet, they will not be paying attention to him. Huh?
Mhm.
Agreed.
So that is our job. And Sanai, you are very good at this as well. Perhaps you help us with distraction.
Yes, I can help with distraction, or I can also just be a lookout.
Oh, that is also very helpful. Yes.
Because you have message.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Okay.
Okay. We feeling a little bit stronger about this?
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready
Stronger than
to
I
help.
felt before.
As far as water go, my skin's already blue. So like we're really working with gas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I now have an algae green wig here somewhere. Give me one moment, please. I specifically requested it because I knew.
I think there is actually a feat that's just like I'm prepared, and it's like you can pull out an item and retroactively pay for it, saying, "Oh, I knew."
Oh,
One of us
great.
needs to take it at some point.
Yes, that will be very fun.
Alright, you said you made a plan. How well that plan will go remains to be seen.
At least it's something.
Got a plan, that's the important thing. You split up. Four of you head over to Goodson Estoratory on the Flint Bay, and two of you are heading to McBannon's Manor. At this point, let us take a break. We'll take a 10-minute break. We will be back at 8:02. We will start the stream again. So we will see you all then. See you then.
Thank you.
Alright, we are back. So the group has decided to split off. With two of you going to Mayor McCann's house and four of you heading over to Upland Bay to check out the prisoners, former accomplices of Nilasa Hume. Who wants to go first? Any volunteers? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do the prisoners first.
Okay.
So four of you make your way to the docks where you can board your own ship to take it down to the Goodson's reformatory. Dahlia will pilot the ship, and she's really the only one that can figure out how to control these weird gears, levers on the steampunk cutter. It doesn't take you that long. The ship is a lot faster to travel than carriage would ever be. And so it takes you probably another hour or two after you've left that to get to your ship and arrive at the reformatory. As you pull up, you do see there are guards along the prow of the ship, just keeping an eye on things. But they seem very lax because who's going to jump out and scream in a piranha infested bay? They do, as we approach, they quickly move over to the side of the ship where you can dock, and one of them just calls out, "Hold! Sorry, we weren't expecting any visitors today. Please identify yourself."
Hello, I am Sir Emmanuel Goodfellow with the RHC.
And we'll hold out your badges. Oh, absolutely.
Glad hand. Does he like me?
Yeah. He gives a quick nod to one of the other guards, and he go ahead and make a diplomacy check.
Yeah. Fucking 9.
He gives a nod to one of the other guards who grabs a rope ladder and throws it over the side of the ship, and says, "I will go talk to Mr. Goodson. One moment," and he quickly heads off.
Thank you.
The other guards say, "Feel free to board if you like."
Thank you.
Thank you.
Real quickly, climb up the ladder a bit. You do see some people that are dressed in very, very plain clothes, like black and white stripes sort, like scrubbing down the deck of the ship, or doing other menial tasks, checking the rigging, and all that kind of stuff that sailors do that I don't know how to describe, as I am not a sailor. So, after a few moments, you see a well-dressed man in a suit jacket, quickly, making himself look as best as he can, adjusting his bow tie, as he quickly walks up to you. "Oh, hello, I apologize. We weren't expecting you here today. We're glad to have you here. Is there anything we can do for you?"
We would like to speak to a couple of prisoners here. Ford Sorghum and Travis Starter. Possible?
"Oh, Storm Sorghum, yes. We do that, sure. Would you give me a few minutes? I can bring them up here? Or would you prefer to speak to them in their quarters?"
We can go. Go ahead.
Maybe in their quarters.
I would agree.
We want them to feel comfortable.
Sure. He looks over to one of the guards and says, one moment. And he pulls the guard aside. You see them whisper something to each other, and the guard quickly rushes down into the dormitory. One moment, he's just getting things ready, making sure everything's good.
What's your name? I'm so sorry. I didn't catch it.
I don't know. I'm Mr. Goodson. And
Mr. Goodson.
Mr. Goodson, thank you.
So nice to meet you, Mr. Goodson.
Oh, it's wonderful to meet you. What about all of your names, if I may be so bold as to inquire?
Hello, I'm Sir Emmanuel Goodfellow.
Sorry,
I did have a
Emmanuel
question out of character. The glad hand thing, do you want that to be like per scene? Because I think rolling it for
I'm
every
keeping
person.
that for this entire interaction.
I figured that'd be easier. I just wanted to double check. Okay. Yes. Sir Emmanuel Goodfellow.
Sir Emmanuel Goodfellow, wonderful to meet you as well. And the rest of you?
I'm Lou.
Lou, just Lou.
Just Lou.
Just Lou. Lou. Wonderful. And you?
I hold out my hand. Sanai.
He takes your hand very, very generously. You do like a very deep bow kisses the back of your hand as that's wonderful to meet you as well.
Dahlia Deepstone. Lovely to meet you.
Dahlia Deepstone. Wonderful to meet you as well. Perhaps I can get you something while you're out here waiting, just like maybe a drink, a little snack.
I want a drink and a snack.
Sure, and he like gestures towards one of the personages. Says, "Why don't we get our guests some?" Kind of looks over tea, some tea, and maybe some of the better tack that we have downstairs. The person just kind of heads down into the ship, the bowels of the ship, as it were. He smiles very, very uncomfortably at all of you. Just a moment.
It's okay. You don't get a lot of visitors out here, I see.
Oh, no, not a lot of visitors, Bob. Always happy to have visitors, especially such esteemed ones as the RHC.
Esteemed?
What is his deal?
Mr. Goodson, how? I'm just trying to make polite conversation while we're waiting. How long have you been working out here on the bay? It must be pretty lonely work.
I go back to my home during the night. I can sleep if I need to. But I think I started this program about a year ago with permission from Governor Stanfield, and the police department was more than happy to have us out here. The jails are getting a bit crowded, with undesirables of a sort.
And did you work in reforming individuals when you were on land, or was this kind of a new pursuit for you?
Oh, I'm independently wealthy, as it were. So this is kind of like part of my philanthropy efforts for the better and the good of Flint.
I see. That's very generous of you.
Can I do sense motive on him or something to see what his deal is?
Make a perception check.
Despite being absolutely obviously full of shit.
Well, yeah, I just kind of want to see if I can get a read on this guy. So, give me a second. Perception and boop.
On 23. She's definitely obviously very, very nervous, which you hear as a bit of an unexpected surprise. It doesn't seem malicious to you. He's just, maybe he wasn't expecting this. And so he's not quite sure how to react, wasn't able to prepare or do anything. And he just gives you a very, very awkward smile.
Sir, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Is this your career, or do you have ambitions beyond this?
Well, hopefully this program will be very successful and we can expand into other cities in our nation. I do believe that everyone should have an opportunity to redeem themselves at least once. And with hard work and a little bit of grease, I think we can make a change.
Amazing. Great job. Great job for someone of your high esteem.
Thank you.
Is it okay if I just take a look around?
Why don't we wait for the tea and the snacks to come up here? Then you can for sure take a look around. I'm sure to be here just in a moment.
Oh, I won't go far. I'll just go, and I point to like 30 feet away. Right there.
Oh yeah, the docks, sure. I mean, you can see the docks. I mean, they're cleaning them right now. Please don't take offense if it's a little dirty or anything. So,
Absolutely not.
Is there a reason we can't just, go inside, just step inside and out of...
It's not really yet. We're just cleaning down there. Want to make things presentable,
Right.
I really would love to take a look around. Of course, to see all of your wonderful work. Can I?
Sure. I mean, decks are pretty open. Feel free to walk around the deck. Sure. Yeah. You see him slowly, inching back to, take an awkward position in front of the door leading down below.
You wouldn't be hiding anything. And I just flash him the most.
Oh, no, I'm not hiding
hiding
anything. It's just,
anything with
it's just
you.
don't have anything way bad. I'm sure it'll be just a few seconds, right?
Mr. Goodson, I hate to cast aspersions, but it seems like you maybe don't want us to go down below.
Oh, no,
We are detectives.
why would you have that idea? Of course, I'm happy to have you go down and let me just tie my shoe. 1 second. And he like hangs down the doorway.
May I
With
go
these
talk
dogs.
to one of the prisoners that are swabbing the deck?
Sure. You see him look at you a little nervously.
Hello. I'm Sir Emmanuel Goodfellow. I'm sure you do not give a shit. But I wanted to ask you a few questions, if you do not mind. It is a break from your hard work, I'm sure. How are you doing today?
I've been out here since noon, walking in the sun. How the fuck do you think I'm doing today?
Probably very bad. Here, have some of my water.
He takes the water. Thanks, I guess.
Do you
Got any
get?
alcohol? Maybe a drink? Whiskey? Wine?
Sadly, no. I have to stay clean. But perhaps the next time we come visit, I can sneak you some. I wanted to ask, when is the last time water was made available to you? You've been working very hard. I hope that they are not mistreating
I
you.
mean, I get water all the time.
Okay. Any complaints? Anything that is you think could be being done better here?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I have a lot of complaints.
Okay. I take out a little notepad. I'm like, please.
First of all, I'm innocent. I did not do that thing that they said that I did.
Yes, and what was that?
They said that I robbed a store, but it wasn't me.
Was it someone who looked like you? You were in the wrong place, the wrong time.
Exactly, I'm so glad you understand.
I completely understand. I've heard this story. You know, it is amazing. There are so many people with the same story that I have heard.
Yeah.
It must be a
There may
systemic
be, but
issue.
mine's a real story. Mine's
Oh, I'm
true.
saying it must be a systemic issue with the Flint police. I must investigate it. Please tell me more.
Yes. Yeah, so there was this store that they said I robbed. I was nowhere near that store.
And what is the date?
The date was, I think it was about 3-4 months ago.
Okay. I'm just listening and taking notes.
Okay. Yeah, he's going to spin you a yarn about like how it is very, very obvious like he is not that good of a liar, and it's probably why he was arrested, because his lies do not hold up any water.
Does he ever have any complaints about the prison itself, or is he just complaining about getting caught and being?
She doesn't like the warden very much, Mr. Goodson.
I would inquire a little bit more about that.
Yeah, he's just a fop. Just a rich guy is trying to make a lot of money off of us.
How does he make money off of you? That I don't understand.
He keeps talking about it. This is in tip-top shape and it looks good. Then word gets passed along. He gets some contracts to this and other places.
I see. And he's not very good at his job, you think?
No, I don't think he's very good at his job.
Hmm.
Do you need me to, like, say something about him? Is that what you're fishing for?
Let me get your name, and I will, if I do need such a testimony, I'm sure that we can arrange something. But right now, this is just a preliminary investigation.
I'm Bromley.
Okay, I write it down.
Bromley Peck.
Okay.
Oh, write down innocent right next to that.
Oh, it's at the top. It's the first thing you said, innocent. Innocent.
Sure. While this conversation is happening, what are the three of you doing?
I kind of want to try and sneak past him.
I would say it's going to be very difficult just because you're like on a deck know where to hide behind. It's still
Can I-
daytime, but you
can
can
I, like,
absolutely
fake-
try.
Can I help by like walking and then like fake, like kind of slip a little bit into his arm, like, oh, water.
Flash some ankles, Sanai.
Make a
got you.
deception. Actually, if you want to do something physical, that's going to be a performance check.
A performance check, okay. Let's see
Actually,
that.
you can use either deception or performance, whatever you like.
Okay. Let's see which one is better. Okay, performance is +4. Oh, we're gonna go deception. Yeah, we're gonna go deception. That's +8. We're gonna go that.
Come on.
No, no. Okay, it's not bad.
So you take a slip, fall back, like hoping he's gonna catch you. He just like steps back in like shock, and you hit the ground.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it wasn't.
And I snap. How dare you?
What did I don't.
Not only am I a member of one of the most prestigious organizations, I'm a lady in distress, and you let me fight.
I apologize, I just wasn't expecting her to slip and fall, and
This is a doc. You are obviously not doing your job.
Hold on one moment. Do you need help?
No, I haven't.
You want to make a stealth check, Dahlia? Go for it. Lou, if you want to stealth with Dahlia, you can, but it's up to you. Dahlia's got a 25 stealth. Lou's got a 24.
Let's go.
You both succeed.
Yes.
Dahlia, naturally, like, you just see this happen. He was so flustered and shocked that you quickly swing around behind them, sneak in. Both of you are pretty small, so able to like get between him and the door frame and sneak in. As you do, you kind of like push the door open. You see and head down the stairs into the bowels of the ship. You see that people are moving really, really quickly. A guard is quickly shouting orders, and they're doing their best to clean everything as spotless as they possibly can. They're throwing up like tablecloths on some of the dining tables. They're replacing like the crappy plates with like the good china, trying to make themselves look as good as possible. And the prisoners are just doing whatever the guards tell them to.
Oh, no need to worry yourselves on our accounts, fellas. Thank you, though.
You just like out of nowhere, you just say this, and one of the guards just lets out this yelp of surprise. Shit! That I think gets and hears it up there. It's like, wait, what? Wait, where's the other two? Quickly rushes down, and he sees like this chaos unfolding in front of him. It's like, it's usually much neater than this, but we had a little bit of a mess.
I'm sure it is. We are on a bit of a timetable, though, so if we could just...
Yeah.
Of course, I guess you might as well. Oh shit, where'd you come from? Yes, sure. Sure. I guess I'll take you to them now.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I'm still outside.
Stop. So now I assumed you followed him in.
Oh, I absolutely did. As an
You walk in and you see some of the guards, like, he takes you down to like the very lower levels where all the prison cells are kept. Top levels, definitely more of a mess hall, like the kitchen and everything. There are a lot of prisoners that are quickly changing clothes into like much better looking, cleaner outfits, trying to make themselves look as presentable as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And he leads you to so you see two people in there. One looks to be a half-orc of pretty powerful stature, and the other is just like a really looking halfling. They both have fairly dark skin, one with like this dark grayish color on the half-orc, and the halfling's more of a brownish tinge. They have been busy like putting on their best outfits for your arrival, and Warden Vincent just kind of like nudged them. Sport and Travis.
We still need that tea, by the way. You should probably make it an extra 2.
Yes.
I think you'll handle that for us as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to take this long, but I'm sure we'll get to it in this moment. and he quickly exits, leaving you alone with these two.
Greetings, we are from the RHC. We just have a few questions for the two of you. It's all right.
Yeah, happy to answer.
All right. What did you know of Nilasa Hume?
She is a friend of ours. Nice enough girl.
And you were all associates of Gale, correct?
You see the two of them just kind of glance at each other. And the happenings, to been the one taking the lead on this, just shakes his head. No.
Really?
No. I mean, we're familiar with her, of course. Who isn't in the city?
Mm-hmm. And what do you think of her? What do you think of her crusade, as it were? What she stands for, what she's trying to do?
Gale? I mean, I don't have an opinion on her. Really?
Everyone should have an opinion on her. She's rather infamous. I would say.
I mean, that stuff's just like, beyond me. That's like big picture stuff. I'm a little picture guy.
All right. We just left Emmanuel outside, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah.
He can get in.
We could probably get him in here. Let's see.
If I may, I'm sorry, I didn't properly introduce myself. I'm Lou. One of you is Ford and the other one is Travis. Who's who?
Yeah, the halfling took a thumb of this stuff. And Ford, that's Travis.
I see. It's nice to meet you two gentlemen.
Sure.
I know you said that you were friends of Nilasa. If I may ask, without agenda, how did y'all meet?
We were poker buddies. Yeah, a little bit of a card game.
Sorry, I straight up got distracted by a very cute
That was a very cute dog.
Baby.
And in these poker games, I mean, we play euchre really where I'm from, but I know that card games, it's a way for friends to kind of get together, enjoy themselves. Did she happen to talk to you at all about the dealings she was doing?
I'm sorry, the what?
Her dealings. I mean,
Oh, I don't know. I mean, she mixed up in something? I mean, she didn't seem like the type.
I hope. I'm sorry if I'm the one to tell you this. She's dead.
There's like this moment of like silence as though like the weight of out just sinks into them. You see both of their shoulders just slump a little bit at that. It's clear they cared for her in some manner as friends. Travis looked forward and Ford then, Apple kind of stepped forward. Like, can I ask, like, how did she die?
And I'm gonna kind of like a little bit. I'm gonna kind of like do a little like eye thing to my other two friends who are down here, and I'm gonna be like, "Stop me
Eyeballs
if I'm
just
telling
swivel.
too much." Yeah, the eyeballs are like. Shh.
It was not a good way to go. Let's just say that.
No, we,
Right.
Mr.
Investigating her death.
Mr. Travis and Mr. Ford. I want you to know that we are in here in service of Nilasa. We want to help her, even if it's after death.
The things you're wrapped up in really are not what we're after. We're trying to figure out what happened to her and why.
I want either Lou or Dahlia on that to make a diplomacy check. One of you, whoever wants to do it.
God, I got a +5.
I've got a +6, so I
There
can
you
take
go.
that if you want.
Let's do
That,
it.
that
Boom.
could be the difference. I do have 3 hero points. But
Okay. I'm also happy to use my hero point on this too.
let's
I think it's
You
important.
did.
go. You can go. Yeah.
Okay,
go.
I'm doing it.
Oh,
Fuck. Okay,
It's
I'm gonna
12.
do it.
Go for it.
Okay.
As a reminder, you can only use a hero point once on any given roll, so you can't, like, stack them up.
Yeah, keep it.
Go for it.
come on. Oh, better, but
okay.
not great. It's not
Better.
terrible.
Right.
So 15. The DC for this was 15. Alright, so you just made it.
Hey, okay.
Nice.
You see them kind of look at each other a little bit uncomfortably, and Forge kind of looks at Travis. Tell them, I mean, if they're gonna friend. Travis is like, Forge just like pushes Travis a little bit behind him. It's like, look, I'm trying to talk her out of it. Try to keep her name out of it, but she got mixed up with some bad shit. She was working with a group of newcomers to the city to like acquire this. Like, she said it was like this cache of bombs of some sort, or weapons. She described them as. Was stolen from a place in Corsilia. The newcomers call themselves, and Travis just kind of shut the fuck up. What was it? We're already in jail. What the fuck else is gonna happen? They call themselves the family. They're newcomers to the city. Not really sure anything about them. From Corsilia. Nilasa was talking about how they can use those bonds to provide aid to her allies and Gale's allies in Cloudwood. To help with Gale's. Whatever the hell Gale is doing.
I see.
I think you see Travis kind of like shoulder slump. He really doesn't have anything else to like say to stop. Yeah. I think she said, what's today? What day is today? And he thinks for a moment. It's like the 4th of summer, right? I think there's like some sort of operation happening tonight. She said it was with the family, and the family has like someone that they work with. And Nilasa only called them the house elf of some sort.
Yep.
They're going to sail to meet up together, exchange wands with whatever ship is coming in for Corsilia. Nilasa was saying that she had like tens of thousands of gold to exchange for these wands. We asked if where she got it, but she said that Gale had friends among them are big. There are like thousands of sunken wrecks out in the Avery Sea.
I see.
Boy.
And thank you for your candor.
Travis and Forge kind of like give like a bit of a sad shrug of the shoulders, and Forge says, it's just, it's gonna help you find whoever hurt Nilasa. Glad to do it.
And I just want to make sure that I heard correctly. These are the newcomers to the city. They were called the family, is what
Yeah.
she told you?
The family. There's some sort of organized crime out of Corsilia.
I see. I'm going to kind of look over at Dahlia and Sanai. See if there's anything else that we want to pull out. But I'm starting to feel bad. Their friend died.
It feels like they tell us pretty much what they know.
Gentlemen, if I may ask, and again, you've been so entirely helpful today. and we so appreciate that. The guy who runs this ship is a little weird, right?
So fucking weird.
He's so weird.
So fucking weird.
Oh, thank you.
Uh,
He's not. Is he on here mistreating you? I mean, it's been taking a while for that tea.
no, I think I gotta be honest. Like we're just sitting here. Like we did some like robbery, and we probably shouldn't have, but we're hungry. Do what you gotta do. We just like I was talking about, like putting on a good show. If there are any dignitaries that arrive, whenever someone comes in, check out the place. We're like have to be in absolute tip-top shape.
Yeah, we saw that
Hmm.
happen.
Yeah, it's weird. That's a person like gives a shit.
Okay. Well,
Well, in that case, unless my associates have any other questions they would like to ask.
I think that's all
Is
I've
there
got.
is there anything important about Nilasa that we should know outside of what you've already told us?
One of them kind of things. I think the house help had a partner with him. I think Nilasa mentioned her name, Deniska.
We should have gone to these motherfuckers first.
Yeah, we really messed up a little in that one. Fine.
Yeah,
Wait,
Deniska
Richard-
William. Yeah, Deniska
What?
William.
What was the? You
Yeah,
said there
who's
was
the
a
William?
room. I didn't quite hear you.
The house help had a partner named Deniska William.
Thank you.
I think they were married or something.
Does the name Wolfgang von Recklinghausen mean anything to you?
No, see like a suspect.
He's someone we'd like to speak to. We're going to see.
And Travis like looks to forward and Boyd just shakes his head. No.
Right.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
It's
again.
been incredibly helpful.
Of course.
I don't know if that tea is ever coming.
And Sanai like stomps off to go find him.
Stomp up to go find Goodson, who was like in upstairs in the kitchenette, like currently trying to get the tea to brew faster by like shouting at the tea kettle, faster. Oh, hi. How are you?
Hi. Great. Fantastic. When that tea is finished, you are going to give it directly to Travis and Ford.
Oh, sure. I can. You sure you don't want any? I mean, it's almost done.
I kind of like, how are you on with me? Are you all going to walk fast with me, or are you all going to stay with Travis and Ford?
Oh, I was like, and thank you so much, gentlemen, and I book it with you.
Yeah, I
Do
probably.
you want tea?
I wouldn't want to leave you alone.
Do you want tea? Kind of looks at both of you.
I'm all right.
Oh, please give my cup to those fine gentlemen down there.
Okay.
And if they say that they have not received tea, I'll be back for you.
Absolutely, and I sure, when you talk to anyone about Goodson's assertory reformity, I hope that my hospitality has been welcoming and pleasing, and that you will share good word of what we are doing here with those we meet.
Uh-huh.
Will do. Thank you so much, Mr.
Thank you.
Goodson.
Thank you. And please don't hold the state of, like, downstairs against me or anything.
No, it's
No.
fine. We
Oh,
just
no.
wanted to do.
Great. Thank you.
Great. I think you'll come in hand later on in our journeys, right? You'll be very useful for us. We'll have such a beautiful relationship.
Oh, wonderful. I'm always looking to make new relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, lovely.
Lovely. Goodbye.
Bye. You can head out and head into your ship. And, meanwhile.
Come on, Emmanuel. We're leaving.
Oh, yeah, Emmanuel.
Oh, thank goodness. Bye-bye. I have all the details.
Of course, remember, innocent.
It's the very first thing I put on innocent.
Good. Just making sure you have it. Don't do
Okay,
it.
I get to the fucking bow and like fucking rip the page out and I just eat it.
What was that?
You get into the boat and you head off. Meanwhile,
I tell you everything that because it's now seared into my brain.
Vincent, you are driving the carriage to Alexias' date. I don't know if Alexias got a little fancied up for this or not, but
Here's the thing. I don't really have a whole lot of fancy clothes, I think. So probably not.
fine.
I brush my teeth.
Sure. It definitely takes you some while to pilot the carriage through the meadows up to get up into the manor of Culture Hill, and the sun is already kind of beginning to set.
Mm-hmm.
Is Vincent going in with you, Vincent, or are you staying outside?
Stay outside.
So you park the
Exactly.
carriage in sort of like this roundabout in front of the manor. There are a few people out there, servants of some sort. One of them really quickly rushes the carriage, opens the door for you and Alexis, and just deeply bows.
Thank
Just,
you.
yes, may I help you today?
If you could just show me in, my driver will park and wait with the horses.
Sure. I'll be happy to do that. Are you here to see the man?
Yes, we have a pre-existing appointment.
Wonderful. I will let the butler know, and he will come fetch you. And he gives a nod and he heads inside. Another one just kind of like grabs the reins of the horses to gently guide him to like a place where you can park the carriage. It's still within, yeah.
Just as like they're kind of about to go away, I'm going to slip my disguise kit over to Vincent.
Okay.
And just kind
Or
of
you
like
could just leave it in the carriage.
I want to make a thing.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of thing and a wink and a goodbye.
As you do, you can easily slip it to Vincent and make your way inside. You get into the foyer of the room. There's definitely some servants, and you could smell the scent of dinner being prepared right now. Vincent, as you're outside, you definitely see some other couriers and people up there. One of them looks to be a courier of some sort, has like a bit of a rucksack on him. He's definitely an older gentleman, his 40s or so, a little bit of a beard, flecked with gray, some brown eyes. He just kind of gives you a nod. Hey, I don't think I've seen you around here before.
Oh, we've been here once or twice to meet with the mayor. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Maybe I have seen you. I think you were here a couple of days ago. Yeah, I do remember you.
I'm sorry.
If you think back, you do remember the first time you ever met with Mary McBannon. There was a man in a courier that had spoken to him and exited just as you went in for the dinner. It's like, yeah, I remember you now. I apologize. You want like smoke? And he reaches into his cloak. He pulls out like a little silver case.
Thank you so much. I'm actually, per my religion, sober of all substances.
Oh!
Sorry.
Damn. Religion.
But
So
you go
don't mind if
ahead. No.
I mean, this isn't a cigarette, so you really don't. He quickly lights it. You seem to smell. It smells like a leaf of nicodemus, which is kind of. It's definitely something to kind of. A lot of people use it when they're on like long trips, keep their perception pretty accurate. I apologize. My name's Nick. What's yours?
Vincent, nice to meet you.
Wonderful to meet you, Vincent. Can I ask, like, can I ask you and your cat's butt? Like, what is... That's fine, I'm catching. Oh, yeah. Just waiting out here all day, I figured that a gentleman would let you go.
Oh, I'm gonna wait, actually. I don't mind. It's a part of protocol. So
You said you were religious?
Yeah.
And forgive me if this is too fine. I've just been a student of religion and philosophy for like a very, very long time. Bit of a hobby, if you would. What religion do you follow? I must confess I've never seen one that looks so uniquely like you as being very religious.
And then GM question. What would be the like of my never mind. I'm gonna
Go ahead. Just go with whatever.
I'm just gonna go with what I want. It's a tribal religion of where I'm from, actually. I think the closest thing that it kind of translates to is maybe star mapping.
Star mapping.
It's in Goblin, the actual name, but it translates loosely to star mapping.
That is fascinating. I don't think I've ever heard of any goblin tribes focusing on star mapping. Do you have any books you could recommend? Maybe
Sure,
get them
I'm
translated?
happy to talk. Do you mind helping me actually while we can walk and talk?
Oh, sure, of course.
I need to actually collect some like pebbles and stones and maybe some brush. I'm trying to make a collage for a friend. So I just need like the small pebbles, and then some leaves and yeah, would you mind helping me? I'll tell you anything about my religion.
Sure. Be happy to join you. I like to consider myself a forever student. So, happy to join them.
Me too.
Yeah.
And I don't want to leave eyesight of the carriage and
Sure.
the front door, just in the area I want
That's
to
good.
collect.
Yeah, Nick is just largely interested in like what you have to say about star mapping, his pebbles and your rituals. He seems very, very interested in a friendly way, like this is something that he does enjoy talking about and listening to. And he seems to pick things up as you talk pretty quickly. You stay within eyesight of the front door of the carriage. So you can see Alexias waiting out there for a while, and then someone comes in and fetches Alexias. So we switch over to Alexias. Alexias, you see the butler who has just like, okay.
I just want to say I want to make sure that like after 10 minutes passes, I'm going to tell him I need to go back and jump in the carriage and start doing my makeup. I want to make sure like Nick does not distract me all evening.
That's fine. Nick says, oh, yeah, I apologize. Let me keep you. And you head back over to like his own. He doesn't have a carriage. He has like a horse. That is just one-man operation for you of sorts. But yeah, you can definitely do that. Inside the building, Alexias, you see the butler with like the blonde hair and everything that you've seen before, just very properly walk up. Good afternoon. Good evening, I should say. Mayor McBannon would be happy to see you now.
Delightful.
He beckons you, and he takes you into the dining room, and you see Reed sitting behind like one of the chairs. He's definitely rearranged it because it's a fairly long dining table. Instead of having two chairs on the opposite side, he says one over there and one like pretty close to him, and all the other chairs are. And so the dining table is filled with just food. It's mostly seafood for today. Just eggs and fish that he caught out in the fresh caught fish. Reed quickly stands up. Alexias, it's wonderful to see you. So glad you can make it today. Been looking forward to a dinner for a while.
Yes, Mr. Should I call you Mr. McBannon or what do you prefer?
Reed's fine. Reed's fine.
Reed?
Yep.
Reed it is then. And I go and sit like next to him. I'm not
He'll pull out the chair for you. Whatever. Let's sit down.
Thank you.
Yeah. So how have things been going?
You know, I think they have been going well. We are in the middle of a large investigation right now, and we seem to be making progress.
That's good. I mean, it had to be a fairly large mission to brave Ultra Hell.
Yes, well, that was more of a favor than anything.
Uh,
Tell me, you seem to be very familiar with Nivard. Are
Yeah.
you close? Are you friends?
I wouldn't say we're close, but I know of him. I know he's very much loved by the people, especially those in Nettles. He does a lot of freelance
Certainly.
prophesizing for those who can't afford the more expensive fortune tellers and things like that. So I made sure to meet his acquaintance. He's a lovely man, what I've seen. We
Oh,
haven't had any really long conversations, but I've enjoyed his company the brief times I've spoken to him.
yes, as well. He seems sad in a way, but very kind.
He's very kind.
This whole time, by the way, like the minute I saw him, clock is ticking. I've got an hour that I need to study this guy,
You study this guy, I mean, you're probably
and I'm like radiating attention.
just like waiting, just waiting. I think we do continue to just ask you questions. He seems genuinely interested in like what you do, what your job is.
Mhm.
He does ask for a little bit of information on whatever case you're working on. It's up to you whether or not you want to divulge anything. He won't press you if you don't.
Well, it depends on the question, doesn't it?
The questions he asks is like, Marinate, what are you working on? What is this big case? What are you investigating?
It is I don't want to say top secret, but it is not for me to divulge at this moment. All I can say is that there has been a murder, rather gruesome, in town. We are investigating its cause and potentially more.
I hope that you find whoever was responsible for that murder.
Thank you. I hope we do as well. Huh? And I want to raise a glass of this wine and say, to finding the killer, huh?
He'll toast you right back to finding the killer. And he'll take a sip of his wine.
And perhaps you can help me, Reed.
Oh, how?
Well, in the process of searching for this killer, my teammates and I have come across several times now a strange man. There's a strange presence about him. We believe he may have even attacked us when we were on Cauldron Hill. And this, of course, concerns us because we know that you keep the city safe from the hill and its denizens.
Right.
He has a small mustache, and we have heard people refer to him before as only Porter. Does this name ring a bell to you?
No, it does not sound like anyone I know. I'm more concerned about the fact that this person attacked you on Cauldron Hill.
Yes. This is why I wanted to bring it to you. I know that the hill is your responsibility, as it is.
This is very, very concerning. I don't know how you would have gotten past like any of the guards were set up, or how we even have survived up there.
I do not know. We have also found, and then I'm going to lean in a little bit, and do like kind of get a little bit closer, do a hand on like the wrist a little bit, playing with the cufflink a little bit. We've also found, and I ask you please do not share this. This is how do you say, secret information, eh?
He'll take his hand and place it on top of your hand.
Great.
Whatever happens between us stays between us. And it gives you a wink.
I just gotta do a little, I gotta look down, look back. We have found traces of bodily fluids, blood, to be specific. It seems to be different than normal blood. It has traces of
Before you go in, what kind of bodily fluids? There's a lot, and
blood, Reed, blood.
okay, all right. Alright, that's better. His hand is like off of you right now. So,
Woo!
and,
No.
alright.
It has traces of magic about it. We wonder perhaps if it can be connected to this entity.
If you don't mind me asking, like, what kind of, like, magic?
It is necrotic. Something to do with the bleak gate, but that is all I've been able to see. Oh, and it has elements of electricity to it. Static, lightning, such things.
Electricity, I don't know how to resolve that, but it was an aquatic blood. It may explain how he was able to survive in Culture Hell. If he is one of those creatures imbued with the same sort of like dark magics and imbues the undead, whatever horrors are on there, they may have just chosen to leave them alone.
Do you have wards surrounding the entire hill, Reed?
The entire hell, yeah.
And can you sense, or are you able to tell if something were to break one?
No, it's not like a sense thing, but we do have patrols that go out and check the woods. After the events in Culture Hill, we saw the light. We definitely sent a patrol out to make sure none of the wards were broken. We didn't find any that were broken.
We found nothing.
Nothing.
This is concerning.
Very
We have
awesome.
reason to believe that this entity has been operating in town, away from the hill. And if it is the same that we encountered on the hill proper, perhaps it is finding some way to bypass your wards.
Thank you. You see him like lean back in his chair and shouts out, "Mr. Creed!" And you see the butler come in and say, "Yes, sir. Mr. Creed, can you have Lieutenant Dale meet me after dinner and let him know it's about increasing security, finding some more patrols, more guards around Culture Hill." Sire. And he leaves. I will definitely increase whatever guards protection we have, send some more patrols out. At least until your case is over with. Hopefully by then we've apprehended whoever or whatever this thing is.
Well, as soon as we know more information about it, I will share it with you. And please do let us know if you find anything.
You will be the very first person I contact.
Well, I'm so sorry to bring the mood down. Huh? We were having dinner. We were having a nice time.
Having a good dinner. You have a very nice dinner. It's probably topics change a little bit to like more personal things, whatever. Let's see how nice of a date you have. Roll a diplomacy.
Oh God. Okay.
Unless you're one of those fuckboys, you can roll deception if you want.
Oh, I'm 100% one of those.
You're a fuckboy, roll a deception.
Yeah.
Why'd you
On
give
a
them the option?
29, your date goes exceedingly well. There is an offer to continue the date after he meets with Lieutenant Dale, if you so wanted to.
Here's the thing, Reed. I absolutely want to, but not on the first date. Besides,
Of course.
I have another appointment. A work thing.
A work thing.
But perhaps we could continue this at another time.
Sure, maybe next week.
I would be delighted.
I look forward to seeing you again then.
As do I. And next time, maybe you will see more of me.
I look forward to seeing you next time, even more than.
And with that, I will stand up, down my wine. Has it been an hour?
It's definitely been an hour.
Great. I will retire.
And you head out and make your way back to the carriage where Vincent is in there, just quickly doing whatever he needs to do with his makeup.
And now, if I may, I'm just going to, whatever Vincent looks like, I want to open the door of the carriage and be like, ah! Just a moment.
I would have taken one of the black stringy wigs, black wigs you have.
Yeah.
And I was going to braid in those leaves and some moss and some dirt. And then later when we get there, I'm going to dunk it in water. I collected a bunch of pebbles because I have a sling that we can like use to distract with sound that even you can like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then my face, I would have done spooky fae makeup.
Yeah.
Your face makeup. Alright. For this, to create disguise, you need to make a deception check. To see how well the disguise looks.
Yeah.
What if a question?
Sure.
GM, what if I could use nature because it's an animal that I'm trying to look like?
Or nature's theory.
Nature
Alright.
thing.
Here's what I would let you do. You can make a nature check. And if you beat a 20 or higher, I would give you a +2 on your deception.
I will take that. Thank you. Okay.
And you definitely get the +2 in your deception, seeing how well the disguise looks. With the 25 +2, and your disguise is an 11 +2, so a 13.
You have a hero point.
Should I
if
use
you would
the hero
like to
point?
use it.
Yeah,
You do have a hero
Okay,
point.
I'm gonna use a
I'll
hero
twist it if we
point.
can, yeah.
I'm gonna use a hero point.
We're towards the end of the session, and also you can only do better.
Yeah.
Oh no, she could do worse. And she could do
yeah.
worse. On a 7.
Well, I was thinking that it was a failure either way, but it might not be a crit failure. But you did roll very low.
Yeah.
Alexias, you kind of like push away into this, and you see Vincent just in sort of really, really bad community theater production of
Sure.
like goblins and ghouls.
I've absolutely seen this play.
I've got like sweat beads. There was also this guy that kept talking to me, and I had to lie a lot about what was going on. And it got in my head a lot.
Can I, GM, is there any way that I can help with this? Can I like rearrange some sticks or something to make this better?
Yeah, you can go ahead and make a deception check. I'm going to say the DC is higher because Vincent has used some of the spirit gum to really, really affix a lot of the hair. But it's going to take some time to pull it through.
Sure.
Go ahead and make a
No,
deception.
that's very fair. Okay.
You're good at deception. Oh, that's way better. On a 28.
Let me we just need to do
Is it not
relationship.
Is it not good? I thought I did a good job.
You know what? You did a great job. I'm just going to make it a bit better. Okay. Okay. You now don't scream because it's my dark. Let's start moving with the clue.
Yeah, it's definitely a few pain as some of the spirit gun gets looked out and stuff, even though he tried as best as he could to use some solving to use it, but you managed to get it a little bit too into some of the hair rather than just the skin, so it hurts. He does do a much better job of making you look like this sort of more bay creature from the deep. And you pull up the hood. Feeling fairly comfortable, hop back into the driver's seat and head out to meet your friends at the docks.
Yep. Let's get to our other date.
Get to your other thing. The night continues to get deeper and deeper. It's probably around 8 o'clock at night when you all sort of gather outside of the docks. I assume you parked your boat some distance away, close enough to where you can get to it, but far enough so it's out of sight of the ship and the
We're going to
docks.
do the exact same thing with the horses.
The horses?
In the opposite direction, right? Close enough to where we can get to it, but out of the way.
When did we get the bags?
With
I'm
Peggy.
going to assume you got some sacks from the
Okay.
quartermaster.
Got it. Great. Okay.
When Peggy gave us cloaks, she
I
had
literally do have an empty backpack, so worst case scenario, we can stuff a lot of it in there.
Yay.
Great.
It can
That's
hold
what Reed
several
told
bolts.
me.
You wait outside. Can someone give me actually, all give me a perception check. Good luck.
I'm super good at that, though.
Well,
Come on. Oh, okay.
a lot of really good rolls.
All my
Wow,
rolls have
very
been
good
nine.
roll.
Ew.
So,
All my rolls
in
have been
total,
nine.
we have, let me look at this.
Really weird.
Oh,
Alexias
sorry
is
about
25, Emmanuel 14, Vincent 27, Dahlia rolled a natural 20 but 26, and you are 20. Everyone besides Emmanuel sees what look to be two small figures, like approaching from a different direction. Off the horses, hop out, they have their heavy cloaks, hoods up, and begin making their way into the docks. Dahlia, Dahlia, Vincent, and Alexias, I think you have suspicions, but you immediately confirm that one of them is Diniska William.
Oh,
Oh,
I thought it was going to be the kobolds. I'm shocked to my core.
Nope. One of them is Diniska William. The other one is also unknown, and even though it's pretty dark, in some of the torchlights, you can see he has a bit of a... How would I describe him? He has more of a almost rockish appearance, with like these spectacles and this kind of top hat, and the shock of like big red hair and a beard.
oh, look at him.
So Sanai, on the 17, you do see them, but you aren't able to get a good enough look at who these people are. But you do see them, and they're very, very quickly making their way to the docks as well. They do not notice you. I mean, there's definitely plenty of people out on the streets, so I'm not going to ask you to make a stealth check. You keep it a good enough distance away. But you do see these two gnomes join what look to be some sailors. There's some conversation happening in the distance.
Mm-hmm. I think it would be a good idea if we all start creeping right about now.
Are you all going to make a stealth check to try and get a little closer?
Okay.
I mean, I definitely just want to be stealthy.
I am.
Like,
Yeah.
whatever we're doing, I want to try and be as stealthy as possible.
My question for you, as you all roll a stealth check,
Oh,
is how close are you willing to get?
That's gonna get hero pointed.
I think...
I'm gonna hero point mine.
That's much better.
Ooh.
I'd like to hear a point mine as well.
Alright, so Sanai stops 23, Dahlia had an natural 20 with 30 total stealth
Did I
check,
roll 3
which
on
is the highest roll anyone has ever made in this campaign. You've been sick with a 13, Emmanuel with a 3, he burned a hero point and got a 3 again.
Yes.
That's so mean. It
Yeah.
is.
And
so
Alexias
mean
got the
to
20.
you.
At the same time, it's the first time tonight I have not rolled a raw 9.
Yeah.
Progress.
Okay.
In the wrong direction, but progress.
Okay.
Progress.
Oh,
Okay.
I prefer when your group starting to use a group stealth check, which is where I add everything together and divide it by 6. So let me add all of this together and see what your total is going to be.
I am
That
crushing our average.
30 is going to help
Okay.
you a lot.
okay, I'm helping.
Thank you are saving me.
That is an average of 17, which is not bad. It's pretty good. Not bad. Whoops. I'm going to roll a... Well, you would be trying to sneak against their perception DC. So I'm going to look at a few numbers right now to see how well you do. Just You all gather together. Try to stick as close to the shadows as possible. You've got these black hoods and cloaks. I assume that you tried to stuff some like clothing or like rags under Emmanuel's armor to muffle the sounds as best you can.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably a couple extra pauses where they like stuff an extra cloak like between two plates that were creaking.
No. How close do you all want to get before I tell you what happens or doesn't happen?
Ooh.
What's the distance on your in character? Hey, what is the distance on your sending mind me message thing?
120 feet.
Oh, okay. So we don't need to get that close for that. Okay. Perhaps then.
I would say from the streets, it's probably a good 250 or so feet, 300 feet. The dock itself, you remember it being like there was like a sort of like wearing like a kind of like path you needed to take that was built up. It's about 75 feet from where the dock starts to the buildings and where the ship is parked.
And where are they in relation to all of this? They're at the very end of the building, or at the end of the dock?
They're at the very end, like by the building up that sort of pier. You can definitely tell that they're getting ready and there's a ship nearby and they're clearing out the ship to make space for whatever cargo they're going to bring on it.
Maybe we should get just up to where the dock starts, about 75 feet away from them, huh?
Yeah.
This is the question. This is not. I'm not deciding this. I'm opening this to the question.
I'd like to get yeah. We're going to be a lot more visible if we head out onto that
Right.
lead up to the dock, but
You get about 75 feet to like the building itself. You see one of the men who is the leader that you spoke to the first time you were here. Kind of looks up. He looks over in your direction. Does not have dark vision. So he's not able to see you. It's the only one that heard a noise, and he's just kind of like says, "What the fuck? What was that?"
don't worry.
Starting to spooky. He's already scared.
Yeah.
You want to target him? What are you targeting him with?
Oh, I'm not. No, I'm just saying he's already spooked.
But it may be good to. Wait, no, it hasn't docked yet. The boat hasn't docked yet. Yeah, we're waiting on that before we do anything. Okay, I'm excited.
Fine. So,
Oh my God,
you
I'm
decide
scared.
to wait for the boat to return with cargo.
I guess so. We can't get out there
We're just kind of like.
unless we want to go now, subdue people, wait for the boat to come in, and then we get that. But I don't know, because once they come back, there's going to be more people.
I'll say this: if we wait for them to come back, are we then going to wait for the people on the boat to leave, assuming they're not just going to immediately ship the package out somewhere again? Because otherwise we're going to have to fight the boat and the dock people.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, if they unload.
Problem is that if there's a signal to like moving forward, we wouldn't have it if we take out the people.
Right.
Well, did you guys tell us that the family thing? Because then we can let the gnomes take it all the way back to their carriage, and then we just have to spook the gnomes.
Yeah.
The alchemist.
Yep.
True.
We can let the whole deal happen.
We just have to get the
Counterpoint:
goods.
if the carriage goes too far, we're in a populated area, and it's hard to do whatever we want to do with those wands in public, because it's going to be a conflict.
Mm-hmm. How many people are on the dock right now, GM?
Right
Just
now,
the
including
If you want my
there's
personal
about
opinion,
7 that you can see, but you do know there's people in the buildings because
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What were we gonna say?
I was going to say, if you want my opinion, we would do it now before the boat people came. But I think that's still going to be, the odds are going to be against us with
No
at
matter
least
what,
at least
Yeah.
7 people. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's better than that plus however many are on the boat.
What?
I mean, but worst
sorry.
case scenario there is that the boat people see the shit that's happening on the pier and they don't dock, they just and then we lose
Mhm.
the cargo entirely. Which, well,
We could go with the plan of when the boat gets here and docks, we rush the boat and we just take the boat.
I have a
I don't
thought
hate that.
that is 100% just off the dome because we think this is probably the family, most likely, and we've already met at least one of these gnomes, right? Because because of the alchemy shop.
yeah.
What would happen, or is it worth considering what would happen if we said we know Nilasa and we are here to help?
I don't know if they'd believe us.
That's fair.
I
You
also
know-
I just posited.
I also think the fact that she's dead has been known for several days. I think we'll just set them off by talking about Nilasa. That's just my read. I could be mistaken.
We may get lucky and scare these people away.
That's
That's it.
true. We still have the spooky angle.
I mean, we have spooky angle and we have a lot of hero points. So we could try
Yeah.
this now.
And we have fire.
and
And we have fire.
Hey, I'll say this out of character. If we start using fire, you're gonna be down a person because I'm gonna be not helping you. I'm gonna be putting out fires.
Yeah, well,
I'm just saying that out of character. I can't.
no, I understand. I don't want to set anything
Yeah.
on fire.
Just that we're all on the same page.
We also, I would say, as far as the spooky angle, we do have a little bit of leverage there because we know at least a little bit, as even as opaque as it is, of backstory.
Mhm.
Whether it's the chanting of a name like Nilasa or Hume,
Mhm.
or just something that feels otherworldly if they don't know we're here.
Yeah. I mean, we know their names specifically, so
Yeah.
Do we know
we
if
can
they
try and
work
scare
with
them
Dale?
now.
Okay. I'm here for it.
So are
What
we
if-
spooking them? Okay. But when
What if
are
we
we
all start
intervening?
chanting Nilasa from the shadows, and then we have the creepy Vincent come out dressed like fucking old Greg, and we just try to spook the shit out of him.
Yeah, I
Revenge
think-
for Nilasa.
Revenge for Nilasa. I think we play the spooky card, and the question is just: do we do it now, or do we do it when the boat comes?
I mean, we got to get the stuff right for Cal.
Mhm.
That's the only way we'll get. So we should
And
probably wait
Well,
till it's.
for him, it was just stop this shipment from coming in from a rival group.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
That was his thing.
If the
He
boat
didn't
goes
ask
away,
y'all
they're
to
still
bring
gonna
him
wanna.
anything.
They're
He
still
didn't
gonna
want
want to
them?
get paid.
Yeah.
He didn't ask y'all to bring him anything.
No.
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 So
Did he ask you?
spooking them away now for nobody to like get the shipment.
Right. I think.
But if we spook them now and the shipment goes away, it can just come right back.
That's what I'm saying.
know.
Like they still have the buyers here. They're gonna still try to sell it. We just won't know the date. We know
And
the
they'll
date
be
now.
more on their guard next time because they know somebody's.
Right. So we should wait for the boat to land, it to get unloaded, and then try. Is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, we'll see.
DM, can we tell the relative levels of these minions at the dock? Can we scope
They're all
them out?
level
Are they
20.
C-
They're all
are
level
they
20.
they're not CR0? Damn.
No!
Great.
He's trying to kill us.
Awesome.
Okay.
We're still so
So-
small.
They do the
Actually, you
deal.
know what? A recall knowledge check with
I'll do
society will
Do it.
absolutely give you insights of how strong these people are.
Well, I said it, so
I wanna
I'll
have-
do it.
Let him do it.
I have
Yeah,
no.
Whoever wants to can go ahead and make it. We're trying to gauge what it is. So use the recall knowledge macro.
Yeah, it
Oh.
does it privately, so we don't know what we rolled. Richard can see it and
no,
see
I'm
how
bad
badly
at that
people
one,
done.
though.
Oh wait, are we all doing this?
Whoever wants to.
Up to you.
I'm doing it.
It's just
Why
recall
not?
knowledge.
Yeah, might as well.
Recall knowledge.
What was that? So Lou, don't use that. Do you see like the macro on the bottom of your bar? There's one that looks like a golden arrow pointing to
Yeah.
the
That's a
right.
minus
Click
Oh,
one.
that.
we're doing recall
See?
knowledge. Never
There-
mind.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to hurt other people.
It says -1, but it's not. It's just because it could be a bunch of different
Yeah.
things. It's
Yeah.
not actually
Oh,
-1.
okay.
Yeah,
Then-
it's. I had this question
Alright.
because it's a thing I do. Don't worry about it.
Great.
Is it something we can also hero point? Even though we don't know what it is?
I would think if it's blind, you usually can't because you wouldn't know the result.
Yeah.
But that's up to Richard.
Okay. 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 All right.
I have a +0, and I've been on a
Ah.
bad streak, so I hope I rolled like a 1.
You rolled a 9.
What information specifically are you all looking for, and who are you kind of targeting? You see a lot of these sort of like grunts, just sort of sailors. You do see the leader who's like a bald guy with this like beard, it's a human, and you have the 2 gnomes. Who are you targeting? What do you want to know? I'll start with Emmanuel first.
I want to know if the grunts are strong.
You saw one of the grunts get shoved into the water and be attacked by piranhas, and he approached, and he was pretty tough.
Hmm.
Alexias, you're next. What would you like to know?
Yeah, I just wanted to know if they looked like they would be able to really take us in a fight. And I didn't have a specific. I was just kind of general grouping this.
It probably would be. You're not sure how many people are inside the buildings at the moment.
Right.
That's probably going to be the difference between
Ah,
anything. You do gauge that you have a good chance of beating them in a fight. There are always just those unknown things that you cannot see.
okay. But they're not striking terror into my heart, children.
Dahlia, what would you like to know?
I'd like to know about the new gnome with the red hair blunder.
You're pretty sure that's just like the guy that like is probably you do remember something about a husband and wife, the house gnome and his wife. So you're assuming this is Damascus' husband.
Yeah.
As far as you know, he just seems to be kind of like a street magician, with magical power, like one of those just pulls rabbits out of the hat kind of thing. He's got like that kind of hat. That's all you can kind of figure out.
Might have rolled real low too.
Yeah.
So
Man. Lou,
I want to kind of clock the appearance of the people there. If there are any sort of like markings, jewelry, like clothing that would clue me into like there are people maybe like Mayor McBannon wouldn't start a fight in the street because of his status. Like what's the socioeconomic stuff going on?
you try to clock and try to get a sense of like who these people are. They do seem definitely on the lower class side, like sort of the earth workers. You do clock something unusual though. You do remember when we met with Broken Cow, a lot of them had like a specific style of dress they're wearing, and you're wondering, it's kind of dark, kind of hard to see, but you think these might not be family like you so much, but might be Cowgirl people. Vincent, what would you like to know?
I would like to get a check on the alchemist, DW, and see if I can tell if she's packing. If she's got any, if I can tell if she's got anything on her that looks dangerous, or if her bag looks full of stuff.
You kind of look at Nilasa, trying to see like what her strengths are. You do see that she has what looks to be a kind of heavy belt around her waist, and you can see hanging from it several kind of ampoules. One of them crackles with lightning. Those others that look a little bit different. So she's packing some alchemical bombs for sure.
Yeah. Yep.
mm-mm.
And who's left? Sanai. Let's see what you rolled. Okay. Sanai, what would you like to know?
I'm just trying to see who's delivering orders.
The person delivering orders is the tall man that you all met the one day, shaven and the beard. He and looks like Deniska seem to be the ones kind of leading the charge. Is there anything specific you want to know about him?
What? Dang, I can't ask what he's saying. What is?
I can try to see what he's saying.
That I'm very curious as to what he's saying, but is he anxious? Is he like trying to rush things along? Temperament?
He doesn't seem anxious at all. Seems pretty like nice plan to stick into it.
He's very okay. I do want to know what he's saying.
Alexias.
Can I try to see what he's saying?
Go ahead. You have to get closer for that. Alexias, because you rolled a natural 20.
What?
I'll let you ask one more question. This can be about anyone. It could be like weaknesses, strengths, or whatever you do.
Yeah. I want to know everything I know about gnome weaknesses.
You know that there's different types of gnomes. There are definitely gnomes that have been a part of the material world, as it were, for quite some time. But there are other gnomes that have spent a lot of time in the dreaming, or the Feywild, as some people call it. They have much closer ties to the more Fey ancestry. Some of them have a weakness to cold iron, as most Fey do.
Mm-hmm.
Jack, as you kind of look over Blender and Deniska, and you can actually you have a lot of sense of very, very exotic lore, this kind of like knowledge that picking out those superstitions, the way people carry themselves, you're guessing that these two probably have a weakness to cold iron.
Okay. I want to again, we're sneaking. I imagine that we're like right before the dock starts, like in the mud on the other side of it, right? Like just down in it. And I want to, whoever is close to me, I just want to kind of whisper, the gnomes. Use cold iron on the gnomes if it comes to a fight. I believe that they are weak. Huh? Miss Pop?
Try not to kill him, though, remember?
Right. Well, of course, we don't want to kill anyone, but, you know.
Yeah,
Last
we'll hear
question.
Alexis say that, and none of you have anything that is cold iron.
Yeah.
Well,
Alexis
Alexis can do it. Alexis can do it.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Are there any birds around?
Birds? Sure. There are definitely a lot of forest birds.
Specifically, I'm
jungle
looking
birds.
for a canary. I'm just looking for the canary.
Make a perception check.
Oh, cool.
You kind of scan, looking around, see if there's any yellow canaries anywhere. You don't see any. They're not nocturnal birds, so maybe.
I just tell them what I was looking for, just in case.
So off of what Sanai is doing, would it be possible for me, this is like just a hope and a prayer.
First thought, best thought.
Huh?
That's it. First thought, best thought. You got it.
Could I just like kind of cup my hands and maybe whisper into the wind something? And just say, hey, I believe that we've been talking a gale on the wind, and I just want to let you know, I think something's going down right here. We want to help. We want to help. If you can send anything to help us against some people who we think may want to do you harm, help.
Loon just cups his hands, round hands, mouth, whispers out. So the wind has like a lot of the scent of the salt from the sea in the bay. There's also a very heavy scent of fish from the fishermen, docks, and everything that are lying around. You speak those words out into the wind and into the breeze, kind of blowing it off the bay. And that's where we'll end the session for the day. Alright.
Why?
So we'll end the session there. We'll see what happens, if anything happens, next time. So we'll see you all in 2 weeks. And thank you, chat. We'll see you then. And have a good 2 weeks.